will help to win the fight. Solve the puzzle's mystery, unlock a hero's destiny. Now alter egos, no one knows. Side by side they fight their foes. It's time to duel these dual identities. They struggle for control. Two personalities inhabiting one soul. It's much more like a brawl. The only way to win, you gotta get backing down. The heart of the cards is where magic is found. We've played this game before, but never quite this way. It's like an all-out war with monsters that obey. Yu-Gi-Oh! He's the king of games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey! Yu-Gi-Oh! He's the king of games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh!
Virtual systems ready.
Gotta find a way just to play just a little game. Got a compulsion, wanna be a champion. Gotta feel a heart, gotta be smart, play the card. Gotta get inside the mind of my counterpart. Yeah. That's the key, I'm a split personality. It's your sensation, that's my destiny. I got let this light in my brain. Gotta find a way inside this fantasy. Holographic dual monster reality. Gotta find a way, gotta see my strategy. I'm dual duality. Let this light in my brain. Summon the dragon blue eyes white. Sending the sword to repeating light.
Control the power, or will the power control you?
You got a card face down and your face up proud. Face up, showdown, say the words out loud.
To madness.
Animate your card, make a power combination. Sick a pow, sick a pow, sick a pow, pow. Yeah. Wanna do, wanna do, wanna want, wanna do. Sick a pow, sick a pow, sick a pow, pow. Wanna do, wanna do, wanna want, wanna do. Let this
at the Waffle House will satisfy your taste. Juicy, tender, and chewable, there's never any waste. It's cheaper than the Longhorn steak and bigger on your plate. Come into Waffle House and eat steak that is great. Mine's 57, A1 sauce, I seldom ever need it. This steak is so delicious and also so nutritious. Just come on in to Waffle House and eat this tasty meat. When you enter any Waffle House, you're in for a big treat. T-bone steak at the Waffle House, it's waiting now for you. When you enter into our doors, you'll see his friendly crew. Oh, they're open day and night. Food that can't be beat. Come into Waffle House and give yourself a treat. Mine's 57 and A1 sauce, but seldom ever needed. The steak is so delicious and also so nutritious. So come on into Waffle House and eat this tasty meat. When you enter any Waffle House, you're in for a big treat. Mine's 57 and A1 sauce, but seldom ever needed. This steak is so delicious and also so nutritious. Come on in to Waffle House and eat this tasty meat. When you enter any Waffle House, you're in for a big treat. Waffle
Oh, god damn it. Hold up. Professional streamer, by the way. There we go. Quain G, thank you for the subscription. This seems much louder than usual. Better. There we go. Loud Kid Rock, thank you for the subscription. All right. Hello, everybody. Oh, I guess I should start recording, right? Repeat the T-bone steak cover? Oh, yes. No, the T-bone steak cover absolutely pogs. Let me see if I can find out the username of the person who did it. I should have had it up for sure. Thank you to a trunky boy at Emperor Booty. Oh, and the scam train is starting. Wow, Dr. Day. What did you find here today? A research seminar by Dr. John D. Acapinti. This is a different guy. I'm very sorry. Killing Machine 6 and Something Serious, thank you for the subscriptions. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is a different guy. It's a, there's two different John D. Acapintis. One is based and the other is a professor of political science. It seems like everyone has a dark version that is a professor of political scientist, or a professor of political science. How did you even find T-bone steak? I just believed hard enough. All right, everyone. It is time. It is time for me once again to prove the naysayers wrong. Everyone said that I couldn't do it, that I couldn't destroy Yu-Gi-Oh once and for all, but I am here to prove that I absolutely have that capacity. However, I don't think it will be done through the ban list that I released the other day. If any of you watched my video, you know that I have some pretty clear thoughts about what I can be taken off of the ban list, and you know from the last time we did this that I was absolutely 100% right and it had no lasting meta impact or repercussions whatsoever, which we could tell from a sample size of one tournament. King Hazana, thank you for the subscription. Today we come to test that thesis again. My most recent video advocates the unbanning of 54 cards and the limiting of 6 others. I intend to, with a single ban and a single limit, ensure that all of these cards return to Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever and have no impact on greater play rates. This means decks like Drytron, VW, Dinosaur will continue to be the best deck, but much more beatable than they had been in the past, and I'm happy to announce that that is exactly what today's swath of games will play. Now, before we get in to the actual games, which we will of course be able to bet on, I will once again educate you about the ban list that I have made. And real quickly, before we get started, I do want to say these rounds were played publicly, so anyone who is in the Discord over the course of today probably knows the outcome. I am begging you, do not speak about it. If you do, we're just going to ban you on site. We're just going to ban you on site, and that's just what's going to happen. So shut your fucking mouth for 15 minutes. Okay. Woo. Getting a little ahead of myself here. What? That should have... Professional streamer, by the way. Where the fuck is Ito Pro? There we go. Alright, so here is the ban list, the list of cards that I think could change pretty much immediately. Firstly, Wind Up Hunter put to 0 and VFD put to 0 as well. VFD, of course, is very powerful in Virtual World. Wind Up Hunter is on here because we're making the Reddit swap that they advocate for every ban list season, where we unlimit Zenmaity. In terms of 1, Blaster we've put to 1. That's the Dragon Ruler that is the least problematic still on the list. Kagigo, thank you for the subscription. Danglong we've put to 1, which I'm a little hesitant about. Chicken Game we've put to 1 because FTKs are not particularly viable even with Chicken Game to 1. Heavy Storm to 1, which I don't think anyone really took advantage of, proving that it is absolutely non-problematic. And Skull Dread in order to more effectively cut back against deep draw decks that would otherwise probably pop up. To 3, we have enabled Tellarknight Tolmaeus, Astrograph Sorcerer, Masterpiece the True Draco Slaying King, Skullcrabat Joker, Yada Garasu, Firewall Dragon with Errata, Zenmaity, Mirage Stalio, Time Seal, Cyberstein, Every Single Danger, Dark Greffer, Dynamite Knight, Pankratops, Double Iris Magician, Birdman, Archfiend, Morphing Jar, Night Assailant, Phantom Skyblaster, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, Lithosogym, Rusty Bardish, Dulorn, Ignister Prominence, Master Diamond, Trishula, Emerald, Hyper Librarian, A Hero Lives, Called by the Grave, Card Destruction, Chain Strike, Dimensional Fissure, Divine Wind of Mist Valley, Draco Face-Off, Final Countdown, Gold Sarcophagus, Instant Fusion, Into the Void, Midbreaker Field, One Day of Peace, Reasoning, Sekis Light, Slash Draw, Resort, Symbol of Heritage, Light Stage, Macrocosmos, Magical Explosion, Malicious, True King's Return, and Butterfly Dagger Elma. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Liftlock City Legend. And remember, if you didn't get any, you gotta type dodged in chat. I don't make the rules, but I just enforce them. Oh, man. So with all of this, what could possibly be the best deck? With all these changes, what could the best deck possibly be? Many of you thought it was going to be some sort of degenerate FTK that involved Grapha. Many of you thought it was going to be True Draco. A non-zero amount of you thought it was unironically going to be Dark World. Well, I am happy to announce that I've picked 16 individuals who represent both the best of this format and the best of the hypothetical format that I have designed today. They are all playing different decks, and the decks are all poggers. Every single one a banger. So without further ado, I'm going to let you know exactly what they were playing. First up, we've got Rin PG 333. They are playing Bird Up. Now, this is a Bird Up build that is on 3 copies of Divine Wind of Mist Valley. I don't know what the interaction is. I think maybe you're leaving the Kinkabayo on field, which triggers it. Does that even trigger it? I realistically could not tell you how good the card is, but I guess we will see. Next up is Sebastian, aka Sebto, on Chaos Thunder. Chaos Thunder absolutely made deep runs last tournament just by virtue of having more dangers. This time, it's got a little harder road to hoe. Its bracket is not particularly good. It unfortunately doesn't really have as many of the tools as any of the other combo decks do, and it lacks Thunder Dragon Colossus. So good luck to them, but we'll see. Danger Dark World is in here as well. I included this because everyone seems to think that this is going to be relevant. It's also a deck playing 3 Phantom Skyblaster, a card that many people have reservations about, and I'm willing to come around on. Originally, I wondered why no one played this card at 1. It's because it requires an extra deck investment that doesn't make sense if you're only playing 1 copy, but if you're playing 3, maybe it does. We've got Dinosaur. Dinosaur is just a good deck from this format, but it got a couple of things on this list. You'll note that this list is playing Danglong, so we will get to see the really powerful combos that this card enables, as well as 1 copy of Lithosogym. You would expect more, right? Well, you would be wrong, because Lithosogym is really only okay. I'm excited to see how this one does as well. Drytron. Many people think that Drytron is tier 0 under this list, and, you know, I'm not going to argue against them. It didn't really get anything other than more insurance for its turn 1 setup plays. I'm talking about additional copies of Instant Fusion to make Millenniumize Restrict. I'm talking about Called by the Grave. Both of those things are miraculous. This list is playing 3 Droll and Lockbird, making a correct assumption about the quality of decks that are going to be represented. Next up is Empty Jar. Empty Jar made a showing last time. It was able to take a single game off of Dinosaur. It's a very competent deck, surprisingly has a lot of tools like Gallant Granite and Papley Operative that don't seem very good on face, but actually amount to really powerful setups. That said, the fact that Droll and Lockbird exists means that I think it's unlikely this is ever going to win a game 2 or a game 3. We shall see, however. This deck, I really have very little to say about this deck. Why, I guess, is what I would ask about this deck. It's Magical Explosion. I put Magical Explosion to 3. I didn't think it would change anything, and realistically, I don't think it has. More important than Explosion for this deck list is Into the Void, which is now at 3 as well. It's just an FDK deck, boyos. That's all it is. Note that even though it could be playing 3 copies of Card Destruction, they elected to play 1. Very funny. It's also got an Eldritch Transformative sideboard, so if we get to see that, I will pog. Rycape is on Gem Knight. Not a big surprise to anyone who knows the individual, but this is Gem Knight FTK. We put Master Diamond to 3. They are playing 2 copies. They aim to burn their opponents out as fast as possible. Not much has changed in the interim between Gem Knight bans and now. I guess 3 Reasoning is maybe also okay for the deck, but it remains to be seen just how good it is. I don't know. I don't know about this one. This one seems like a stretch for me. Maverick CXX on True Draco, and boy, doesn't this list just put you to sleep immediately. Doesn't this list just put you to sleep immediately? Not only is Masterpiece, the True Draco slaying man, at 3, they've elected to play 2. The more important unhits for this are Dynamite Knight 2-3. They are playing 3 of that and 2 copies of True King's Return, and 3 copies of Into the Void, a very powerful draw spell. They also have access to set rotation because they can now jam a copy of Chicken Game as well. These pot ratios leave a little to be desired, but I guess we'll find out if they're effective. Next up is Orchestr. Orchestr is a deck that got a lot from this ban list. All of the dangers unbanned. Dark Grepher to 3. I mean, absolutely poggers. 2 copies of Rusty Bardish in the extra deck because, of course, it is now semied. I don't know. Orchestr is still Orchestr. No matter how unbricky you make this deck, I absolutely trust this individual's ability to draw 3 Called by the Grave, Orchestr Babel, and, I don't know, Crescendo. Nerd Factor is on Pendulum. We had a lot of different Pendulum decks enter, and this is the one that I think is the least oppressive to the eyes. There's a lot that came off for Pendulum, and it's hard to, after 0 days of testing, just ask them to go into it blind and figure out what's good, but I think this is pretty close. They've got 3 copies of Astrograph Sorcerer. Again, without Electromite, this card is absolutely not a problem. 3 copies of Double Iris Magician. Similarly, not an issue without Electromite, though probably wouldn't be an issue with Electromite either. And they're also playing some of the old OEM staples, things like Pendy Sork, the Time Pendulum Graph packages. And I'm shocked to see a Danglong suite as well makes its way into this list. High hopes for this one. Cyberstein FTK. Nothing to say here. Just nothing to say here. It is Cyberstein FTK. So you might be wondering why some of these cards are being played. Everything here is either part of a combo or is an enabler for Halka-Fibrax, which is necessary to get to the combos. You aim to make a bunch of Goyo defenders, and then Blaze Phoenix your opponent out using Cyberstein's effect while equipped with that little troublesome equip spell you see right there. Just an absolutely miserable list. This is VW. I mean, it's VW. Not much to say here. No copies of VFD, which is nice. I guess the interesting part of this is they have the sideboard that contains a Nail Shadal Ariel and a Beatrice. That's pretty funny. But that's about it. This is Sir Eminon's list, and it strikes fear into my little boy heart. This is horrifying. I mean, oh god. Oh boy. This is not an FTK, but about as close as you can get. It is a Dark Warrior list that aims to make use of the fact that a hero lives, Vion, Malicious are all at 3, all accessible at any point in the game. I mean, I am hard-pressed to think that this is going to be a problem. And notably, Instant Fusion is in here without MER. So this aims to prove that it's not the new Eyes Restrict that's the issue with Instant Fusion. It's Instant Fusion full stop. And we shall see. This is Wind Up. Wind Up is a deck that I'm not super familiar with, so every time it makes any board, I am shocked to my core. But we've seen it go almost infinite in previous matches. The only problem with the deck is that it doesn't really have anything to end on. Even with infinite material, the best you're getting is a Megaclops plus an Appaloosa, which is hardly the end of the world. I'm excited to see what this produces, especially if the Rabbit comes up at all, but we'll see. And finally, the worst deck, with apologies to Rebecca, I suppose, is this one. It's Yada Turbo, baby. It is Yada Turbo, baby. It is simply Yada Turbo. The idea is you can use the Shinobirds to shuffle your opponent's monsters or spell traps, and then summon a Yada from deck, ignoring its summoning conditions and getting around its special summon restriction. So you can I don't know, maybe make a Shinobird and then Yada them out of the game super quickly, but I don't think it's very likely. Best of luck to Rebecca, but we'll see. And that's that. Those are your 16 duelists. One of them is going to walk with the ultimate prize, the ability to tell me I told you so, and also a box of the most recent set. But realistically, it's just BLVO. I mean, who wants that? All right, so I'm going to real quick rattle off the matches, and then we'll get into the first one, okay? Number 1 is going to be Burrito Man on Drytron versus Rycape on Gem Knight, okay? If you know the answer, I beg you not to bet on this, okay? Because remember, there's nothing that you get, absolutely nothing, for channel points. You just get to say I told you so. It's just a fun little gambling exercise designed to tickle the tummies of the individuals who, I don't know, who want their tummies tickled. All right, so who will win this match? Drytron or Gem Knight? All right, I'm going to fire that off. I'm going to move the replays into my replay folder. And then we will get going. We get Piss Gang powers with channel points, though. Those do literally nothing. Quite literally nothing. Drytron versus Gem Knight. Okay. This is the part I'm going to cut out of the YouTube video. Predictions are going to spoil every match. 100% mistake turning it on. I don't agree with that. I think largely people are going to predict the wrong one. on purpose. Because they're stupid. They are dum-dums. I'm going to close this out real quick also. Just want to make sure we're all the way synced up. All right, cool. Drytron versus Gem Knights. Cool. Cool. Okay. Ready, chat? Oh, can we do this in a way where I can't see hands? I would really like to do this in a way where I can't see hands. Hide archetypes in card display. Does anyone know? You can hide hands in replays and set. Oh, there we go. Hide hands in replays. There we go. Okay, here we go. Do. All right, we're just gonna get these to be like the right size, and then we will start. That's a little too big, I think. There we go. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right, chat. It's time for our first match. Burrito Man 93 on Drytron versus Rycape on Gem Knight. And away we go. Hey, it worked. All right. Chat seems to think that I believe Gem Knight is going to take this. Jesus Christ, 65% of you think Gem Knight is going to take this. You thought Drytron was tier 0. All right, here we go. So Rycape is going first. They're going to lead with a copy of Reasoning. They're going to fire off this Reasoning and miss. They missed the Reasoning. Okay, they're going to go for the second Reasoning, and they hit Parallel Exceed. Now, Parallel Exceed does trigger, so you get another Parallel Exceed from deck. They then get a normal summon a Crystal Rose and special summon an Adamancipator Researcher. From here, they can activate Researcher's effect, finding off the top. Oh, a lot of good ones. They'll go for Gem Knight Lapis, important to get Gem Knights. They'll go for a Cross Sheep and then trigger the other Parallel Exceed in hand. From here, they can go to Gallant Granite and into Phantom Quartz. Phantom Quartz is busted, gets them a Gem Knight Fusion in hand, and a Droll and Lockbird coming down. That is it for the FTK. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, I guess they're going to loop Crystal Rose just a little bit. They can go into another Phantom Quartz and then trigger Crystal Rose to bring it back, using its effect again. No hard ones per turns on any of this garbage, by the way. Getting another monster to hand, then firing off a Gem Knight Fusion in order to make a Lapis Lazuli. They can't. No way. No way can they OTK through this. Okay, there's Brilliant. So Lapis Lazuli goes first. It does 25. They trigger Lazuli to special summon, or to add back one of those. They go into a Master. They trigger Master. This is only 50. They don't have it. No way. Yeah, okay, I was going to say FTK through Droll, unlikely. So Appaloosa Master Pass, kill me right now or I'm going to burn you to death. Burrito begins with a Cyber Emergency, follows it up with an Alpha Thuban. They'll go for an Appaloosa, but oh my god, they had not only Orange Light, but also Ava. That is just devastating. Absolutely devastating. Oh my god. Okay, well, they're going to go for a Gamma, pitching this Ben 10, and then they'll get a Manju to hand. I believe that's going to be the end of the game. Manju's going to add a copy of Meteonis Drytron. They'll go into an Anima and make a Union Carrier. They will trigger Union Carrier in order to equip from hand, actually, a copy of Dawn Knight. Then bring back the Ben 10, triggering the Drytron in Graveyard, targeting this copy of Alpha to get it back in hand, and Delta, which they sent off the Dawn Knight, to go ahead and draw a card. They will Ben 10 for a copy of Natasha, and then they will Meteorus for the Natasha before using Natasha's effect to gain a little bit of life points. Very important versus this, and go into Cerberus, destroying the Master Diamond. From here, they can Natasha to get the Brilliant Diamond, and I believe that is all she wrote. I can't imagine they can come back from this. In fact, they won't even have an opportunity to. Out comes the Boral Sword, and down goes the Gem Knight player. Shocking game 1, I'm sure. But will they fare any better in game 2? Let's check it out. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. So here's game 2. And unsurprisingly, Rycape is choosing to go first. This time they do hit the reasoning. They go into a Lapis and then trigger the effect of Parallel Exceed in hand from the Link Spider Link Summon. They will get 2 Parallel Exceeds from deck and then go into a Gallant Granite. They will trigger Gallant Granite, and there's the orange light, and there's the Called by the Grave! See, chat, it's important that we put Called by the Grave to 3. It won't change anything. Just draw a bell. They'll go for a Rose next and then trigger the effect of the Lapis in Graveyard to get a Lazuli back to hand, then summon it with the Link Spider, so stupid, to get a copy of Phantom Quartz and an Obsidian. From here, they can go into a Cross Sheep, and they have the fusion, so they'll go into a Zirconia, which triggers the Obsidian and the effect of Cross Sheep. They're going to bring back both the Rose and from Graveyard the Lapis. From here, they can go into a Phantom Quartz and a Rose. They'll trigger Rose to send a copy of Lazuli and add the Lapis back to hand. They'll activate Fusion again in order to make Lady Lazuli, and then Rose's effect. They don't have enough material on field, do they? Out comes the Brilliant Diamond for sure, and then we'll activate Crystal Rose. We're going to send a copy of Lazuli to summon the to add the Lapis again, and then Fusion to hand. I don't think you can make it. They'll go Lazuli for 25, Brilliant Diamond. They'll go Master Diamond for 25. Can they? Even without Droll, it's just Appaloosa Pass. Damn, this deck sucks. All right, out comes Fafnir, out comes Nova, out comes Alpha. They'll go into a copy of Anima, and Jesus Christ, that's the wrong zone. All right, so Appaloosa will negate it. That's 1 down. They normaled the Dawn Knight, drew it twice. They actually drew 2 normal summons here. They're going to go for the Cerberus and the Dawn Knight, so they can't stop the Cerberus. They'll go to the battle phase and walk over the Appaloosa, but you have to get over the Master Diamond. Wait, what the heck? Oh my god, wait. They just couldn't out the Master Diamond. This is the worst FDK I've ever seen. It's a 2-turn FDK. And here they are, just getting enough materials on board to kill with it. All right, they're going to go for a Phantom Quartz, then trigger the Phantom Quartz in order to get an Obsidian to hand. We could just OTK at this point, getting it for 18 and 1450. All right, looks like we are going to a Game 3, ladies and gentlemen, despite the fact that I did not think that that was going to happen. All right, now it's time for that all-important Game 3, and unsurprisingly, Drytron is going to go first. They're going to lead with a copy of Preparation of Rites for a Ben 10. From here, they're going to activate Alpha, pitching the Ben 10, and then trigger the effect of Ben 10 in Graveyard as well. They add a Ben 10 to hand off of the Alpha, and unfortunately, they can't lock the specials. They're going to have to go for Manju and a Meteonis. From here, they're going to fire off a Foolish Burial and no Droll, GG, Delta engrave, bringing back Delta and revealing Meteonis to draw a card, then triggering Ben 10 to get a Herald of Ultimateness. I hesitate to think how they're getting out of this one. Union Carrier triggers here. They're going to go for a Dawn Knight and a Meteonis for a copy of Ben 10. They'll trigger the effect of Dawn Knight and the effect of Zeta. This is perfect time to fire off an Abiru. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, that is a huge one. They will add a Lancia off of the Ben 10, then summon back the Zeta and the Gamma by pitching the Zeta. That's going to bring back 2 materials, which can turn into a Fucko, but that's it. Wait a minute. Okay, Lancia and draw phase. What can you do through Lancia in this deck? Well, it's going to start with a Crystal Rose and be followed up with a Researcher. Researcher's going to trigger. We got to find something off the top. It is just a whole bunch of Lapises. We'll take a Lapis for sure. We'll go into a Link Spider. We'll trigger the effect of Crystal Rose. No Parallel Exceed this time. We'll use Lazuli's effect to get the Lapis back into hand. Then we'll trigger the effect of the Link Spider to summon a Lapis from our hand to go into a Phantom Quartz. We'll trigger the Phantom Quartz and get a copy of Fusion to hand. We'll go into a Cross Sheep, then fire off the Fusion, and out comes Zirconia. That's enough to trigger the Cross Sheep, which is all we need. We'll get a Crystal Rose again. No hard ones per turn on this. We'll go for Lazuli. Again, no HOPT for a Lapis to hand, and fire off the Phantom Quartz for a Brilliant Diamond. Brilliant Diamond triggers, and we only have to do it twice because of the monsters on our opponent's side of the field. Wait, 4K into Appaloosa, go to the battle phase, Fucko triggers, and I guess we will pass turn. Well, that's Fucko. That is Fucko. Okay, well, they're going to go for Zeta. Appaloosa still might be enough. I'm not sure. Gamma's effect, Appaloosa triggers, and holy shit, are we just dead to Appo? Are you kidding me? We're just dead to Appo? Oh my god. Called by the Grave, the last card. And the Tier 0 super threat, Drytron, has fallen in round number 1 to Gem Knight. Jesus. All right. To the 65% of you who predicted Gem Knight, congratulations. You are now the happy recipients of a ton of points. And let's prepare for the next round. All right, next up is Virtual World versus that fucking Cyberstein deck. All right, chat. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We know everyone who is in the thing. We know everyone who knows the outcome because they were in the thing. If any of you vote on predictions, we'll just straight up ban you. I want to do predictions. I want to have fun with predictions, but we can't do that if the people who know the outcomes are going to vote. So don't do that. And also, if you spoil in chat, we'll yeet you as well. We're just out for blood today. Anyone who can conceivably be banned will be banned by the end of this. That's the MBT guarantee. CJ Alex says, oh no. All right, I'm going to get some water real quick. Oh shit, is Simo here? Oh no. I'll be banned for just existing. Yeah, can we actually get a Simo ban real quick? All right. Oh, did you all spam C moment? Have you all gotten your fill? Y'all had a little yuck? All right, ready? Here we go. Time for game 2. It's Cyberstein versus VW. So, you know, close one here. Close one here. All right, ready? Here we go. So it's time for match 2, and we are not off to a good start. Watching a deck that I expected to still be really good die to an FTK is a little debilitating. Shakes my foundation just a little bit. But realistically, it wasn't really an FTK. It was just Appaloosa Pass 3 games in a row. And Drytron, for as tier 0 as you all seem to think it is, really can't actually beat that. For round 2, we have Cyberstein FTK versus Virtual World. Another opportunity for an FTK to out a tier 1 threat. Let's see if they can pull it off. So we've got Kaboom on side. Oh, fuck me. There we go. Sorry, chat. Professional streamer, by the way. So we've got Kaboom on Cyberstein versus Gaia67 on Virtual World. And let's see how this plays out. We're beginning with a Diva. This is best case for the Cyberstein player. We're going to go from Diva into Nept Abyss. That'll trigger Goyo Defender into Goyo Defender into Goyo Defender broken and... What? What the fuck? Wait, this can't be the end of the combo. Do you have to draw stuff too? No! Alright, so the Virtual World player just making Virtual World plays sans VFD, and turns out that's completely fine. They're going to go Lin Lin into Qinglong. They'll trigger the effect of Qinglong for a Lao Lao, and then they will pitch 2-2. They'll activate Chuche's effect for a 3, actually, going for the Gossip Shadow, and then Lao Lao's effect, bringing back the 2-2. We've got 2 6s, so we might as well make a Tolmi. We'll trigger Tolmi's effect and get back the Lao Lao for next turn before proceeding to battle phase, and Defender into Defender into Defender, I suppose. Okay, sure. That's 2,700, and we will pass turn. This is not a very powerful end board, but it is a negate. Okay, here, we're going to go for it again. So Blackwing Sting the Poison into Pin the Heat, and Droll and Lockbird, the 6th card in the hand. Pin the Bullseye triggers. They'll take 200 points of damage. They'll go for Halka Fibrax, and that'll get ashed. Oh no, finally when they have the stuff, it's not enough. And that will be a quick game 1 for Virtual World. Who could have expected that? Who could have expected that? Certainly not me. All right, let's check out game 2 real quick. I think unsurprisingly, the FTK player is going again, and they've found Halka Fibrax. They're going to go into Lefty Driver, into Defender, into nothing into nothing. They're getting gammed. Holy guacamole, this dies to one-hand trap. They're going to activate Instant Fusion. Okay, seems like you could have done that to begin with for an Independent Nightingale, and then trigger it for 500 before passing turn. Well, you know, it truly... Oh, wait, no, wait. The VW player sucks too. They've set one card and passed. I guess that's VW. They get to go for it again. They'll normal summon a copy of Deep Sea Diva. That's going to summon a copy of Neptupus the Atlantean Prince. Okay, let's try this again. We only have 2 defenders, so we'll get 2 of them. Go to the battle phase, and... What is the point of this deck? What exactly is the point of this deck? Oh, well, Disparity will get them out of it. They go for 3, and what do you know? There's a Qinglong. Qinglong will probably be enough. Nope, getting a Droll and Lockbird again. We will activate Gate and then ZC. I guess we just needed to be able to flip up the trap. We're going to activate the Qinglong in Graveyard in order to get a Lulu, and this should be the end of the game. We'll go for Lulu's effect and send a Qinglong as well. Getting a Lao Lao. From here, we can go into a Juju, and I love these Synchro Monsters. If anything, we should ban VFD just so we get to see the Synchro Monsters. They're super sweet. Vermilion Dragon Mech at the end of this, getting eaten by Called by the Grave, but not a big deal. They'll go to the battle phase and walk over what they can. They're going to go for Defender's Effect, so they will take 350 followed by 900, and then the turn will end, I suppose. Again, not that impressive, but like Salamangreat, it really just gets to do it every turn. They're going for the Hauka Fibrax. They'll go for it here. They're going to get a copy of Wielder and then pass. What is the point of this deck? I am so confused. Oh, kaboom. I'm sorry, but an FTK with a 10% FTK rate is not going to cut it. It's just not going to work. Steven Uchicha, thank you for the subscription. And yeah, this is not close. They're going for a 9. They're making Enter Blinier, I guess, to banish the Hulk before they can tag out. Not like they probably have a copy of anything to tag out into. And this is going to be it. No, it is not. They're at 50 life points. One more shot for the FTK player on the 7th TK. Reynaud into the Enter Blanier. And that's disappointing. Would I say that it was shocking? I would not say that it was shocking. A quick and easy 2-0 for VW. And I apologize to the 25% of you who thought that Cyberstein was going to clutch this out, but just not a good day for FTKs. All right, let's set up the next one. The next one is Dinosaur versus Danger Dark World. AJBYGO, thank you for the subscription. Game 1, I didn't open combo. Game 2, I get hit by Gamma. Damn, that's rough. All right, let's turn on that prediction. All right, ready? Well, it is time for Game 3. Crazy Wizza on Dinosaur versus Josh Butcher on Danger Dark World. And you all thought the Danger Dark World was going to be Tier 0. Everyone seems to think when I unban the Dangers that somehow Dark Worlds will magically become playable, like they don't have the same lines of text on them. Suddenly they're going to gain extra effects. I promise you the deck sucks, but don't take my word for it. Let's check out this bad little match. We've got 2 individuals who are quite good at their decks going up against each other, and realistically, you know, I personally expect Dinosaur to absolutely wallop Danger Dark World. I don't think it's honestly even a discussion. It seems pretty impossible that they would even be able to take a singular game, let alone the match. So all I have to do is take these replays here and put them in the folder, and we are off to the races. So here is game 1. And Pot of Extravagance coming out for what I can only imagine is the Dinosaur player. We're going to lead with a copy of Lost World and fire off a Miscellaneousaurus. Miscellaneousaurus' effect here is going to get a copy of Animadorned Archosaur. We can trigger Animadorned Archosaur's effect and then trigger Lost World's effect in a new chain. That's going to allow us to destroy, not a baby, but an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Well, you got to do what you got to do. We're going to go into a Pankratops and trigger the Pankratops, targeting the little tokens so we can set a Baby Sarosaurus into an Oviraptor. Oviraptor will trigger here, and we'll add a copy of Baby Sarosaurus to hand, and we have not yet normaled, so we can go from Oviraptor into Pankratops, triggering Baby Sarosaurus for a copy of Giant Rex. This is decent. We've got Dolka, Pankratops, 2 set, and pass. Liftlock City Legends, thank you for the $10. The Danger Dark World player is going to begin with a Dark Greffer followed up with an Allure of Darkness. They're going to normal summon a copy of Dark Greffer and destroy Lost World, only to be eaten by a Called by the Grave. See, it can come to 3. It's good. They'll go for a Dark Greffer next and get eaten by a second one. Okay, maybe it's just a little bit too good. They'll go for a Shade Brigandine here. They have enough for 4, and they'll Zephyros it back to hand. I believe that's once per turn, but I'm not sure. They'll Pankratops here before a 4 can be made, and it's Phoenix time, baby. They're going to go for the Lost World. Obviously, that's going to be prevented by the Dolka. They'll activate the effect of Orochi in sequence, but Dolka isn't even once per chain. Oh my god. They'll set 1 and pass. Close to taking the board out, but not enough. They'll go to the battle phase, and down comes a Gizmek Orochi, only to be eaten by the bell off the top. I mean, I think you're pretty happy if you're the Dark World player here. You're still in a pretty commanding position. They didn't have a follow-up. They're going to go for a Danger Nessie, only card in the hand, so they'll be able to pop it, and then they'll add from deck to hand a copy of Jackalope. They'll trigger the effect of Jackalope. That allows them to get from their deck probably an 8, so they can use that and Orochi in order to go into something crazy. They'll go for Danger Response Team in order to bounce that card, and then trigger Danger Response Team to get a Bigfoot to hand. They'll go for Bigfoot and pop the Lost World. They're just going to eat the board here. It's time for Orochi to do what it does best, be a control finisher, getting over the Dolka and then passing turn. Okay, 1 card left for Dino. Can they do it? I think it's pretty likely, but not with this hand. Gonna set 1 and pass, and normal summon Snow, activate Shade Brigandine. We might actually just be able to do it. Out comes Emerald. We'll trigger the effect of Emerald, targeting all those danger monsters, putting most of them back into the hand, and drawing a card. Unfortunately, not something playable. They'll get in for half life points, but still have to live 1 more turn. Okay, they're gonna draw for turn. Oviraptor or bust, baby, and Crazy Wizard surrenders. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's go to game 2 here. Okay, I imagine Dinosaur is going to be going first again. They're going to normal summon a copy of Animador to Archosaur. They do get to pop a Pankratops again. Where are the fucking babies? They're going to go for Link Rebo and a Secure Garden before Evolution pilling out an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. They'll set 1 and pass. Holy, are they going to lose? All right, so they'll go for an Armageddon Knight. That's a crazy top deck. Out comes Malicious. Now we have 3 of these, so we'll go for a Malicious. They'll activate Ultimate Conductor Tyranno now. Seems good. They'll go for a Chusinoko after setting a card, and they hit it. Wow, American Sniper out here. Thunderbird next. If they hit the Thunderbird, not a big deal. Thankfully, they hit the Snow, and Called by the Grave is perfect for that. All right, next we'll go for DDR to bring back the Snow. That's okay. We'll activate Bigfoot's effect and clean up the board. Holy shit, is this an FTK? Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardition. Oh, Gamma's the last card. Okay, we're not dead here.
Special delivery.
Well, thank you for the food.
You're welcome.
All right, that's going to be the end of the turn. We'll pass it back to the Dino player. Going to lead with a... What the fuck? Time Wizard of Tomorrow, baby! And they call it wrong, even. All right, they're going to go for a copy of Malicious here. Then Dark World Dealings for a... Oh, God. For a Phantom Knights of Tornscale. Get in for 19. This deck really lacks any offensive pressure whatsoever. And put the Giant Rex into the graveyard. And Miscellaneousaurus off the top, baby. Banishing 4, including the Giant Rex. This is totally the end of the game. That's... I mean, that's so pathetic. I'm so sorry. I really feel... Oh, I feel so bad. Popping the Oviraptor to get a double Evo pill. Going into Secure Garden, so they have the material for the double Evo pill and getting a Tyranno. They're going to go to the battle phase and get in for a ton of damage. What an insane top deck. All they needed was a Lost World. Some kind of whiff for once. Danger Dark World so close to taking it in a 2-game set, but Macro Cosmos flexing the floodgates, and that's going to be enough for our Danger Dark World pilot to surrender. Okay, have faith, chat. Have faith. Dino can still take this quite easily. It's time for game 3. They are on the draw, and geez, can Dino even play on the draw? I wonder. All right, we're going to lead with a copy of Armageddon Knight. And it's going to be met with a Gamma. Nice Gamma in the opener, all right, in 60 cards. Danger Jackalope comes up next. They'll trigger the effect of Danger Jackalope for a Mothman, then trigger the effect of Bigfoot. They go for the Bigfoot and Danger Response Team, putting the Mothman back in hand alongside the driver. Enjoy that one. They're going to activate Response Team and then activate the effect of Dogman to draw a card, pitching a Snow. What an unreal rip. That gets them a Dark World Dealings. They'll fire off a Dealings. Why would you get Dealings here? Because you have a Malicious in hand. They're going to go for a Malicious and follow it up with a copy of Orochi, and there we go. From here, we can go into a Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardish. We'll activate activate his effect in order to set a Fog Blade. They'll activate Silent Boots effect for another Fog Blade, and that's going to be it. So an interrupted turn, but 2 negates is probably still pretty good. They're going to go for set rotation here, getting Lost World and Dragonic Diagram. Lost World comes down. They're going to Fossil Dig. Lost World Fossil Dig must be nice. Normal summon a Soul Eating Overraptor and trigger the effect of Lost World, though Fog Blade while they can still target. And Miscellaneousaurus, the last card in hand, going to be met with the second Fog Blade. This does not do what you want, does it? No, it does. Okay, cool. So Miscellaneousaurus out for the Archosaur. They'll trigger the effect of the Archosaur, and it is Baby Cerosaurus. So you're telling me that this hand was Gamma, Misk, Lost World, Fossil Dig. Pretty good. Pretty good. Seems all right. Double Ultimate Conductor Tyrant. Oh my god, we're dead here. Oh no. And Dino will be making it out. All is right in the world. Miscellaneousaurus is still a bullshit card and realistically should probably go to 1. I might move on that one. Yeah, 84% of you got that one right. Not close. Called is so good. Yeah, called really coming up here. All right, next up is going to be... Oh, Rin on Bird Up versus Sanguine Zing on Empty Jar. Yeah, let's see how this one turns out. God damn it. Come on, dude. Bird Up versus Empty Jar, yeah. Chad, how do you feel about this one? Good? Bad? You feeling good? Tell us who wins the dice roll. I will not. That would just give it away. There's got to be some kind of guilt. Bird Up and Empty Jar.
No, my aura failed.
Blueberry Dancakes, thank you for the subscription. Let me do subscriptions all at once. AJBYGO, thank you for the subscription. King Leaps, thank you for the subscription. Liftlock City Legend JB, thank you for the dono. Here's my intro for my match. The St. Pete Sensation, the Sir Sanford Fleming Phenomenon, the Trent Entertainment Titan, Sweeter Than Quaker Factory, Flow Sicker Than Aughten B, Coming Liver from the 705, the Liftlock City Legend, Josh Butcher. Thank you to Blueberry Dancakes for the subscription as well. Okay, and we are ready. Who the fuck is voting Empty Jar? A lot more of you than I thought. Whoo boy. All right, let's see. Okay, everybody, it is time for round 4. Bird Up versus Empty Jar. Bird Up, the worst deck in the tournament, versus Empty Jar, a deck that literally has never won one of these, ever. It's never won a single game in one of these. That's a lie. It won exactly 1 game. All right, so let's see who won the die roll, and it was Empty Jar. Okay, congratulations to our Empty Jar player for advancing. They're going to go for a Rhoda for 80 changer, and Droll and Lockbird in the opening hand, baby! You know, it's as simple as that, chat. I mean, a lot of people have been saying this, and I think it's time for me to weigh in as well. Just draw Droll and Lockbird, idiot. Just draw Droll and Lockbird, fool. What are you, some kind of stupid moron? Wow, and they go for the Tri-Brigade Flagette effect. Only 2 still have a target after the reincarnation resolves. Very funny. Sovereignty Pass is probably enough to win the game. At end phase will trigger it, and I don't know what you go into. Apex Avian is probably good enough. Let's pass back. Didn't even go to combat. Well, 1 day of peace. Okay, into the void time. And Droll and Lock again! Chat, there is a god, and it's RinPG333, the smartest motherfucker on the planet. Just was able to draw 2 Droll and Lock. If you want to be good at Yu-Gi-Oh, you have a simple choice to be made here. We're going to go for the Hray here, which gets to 48 before we get in for 37, and I believe this is the end of the game. Maybe not with the Morphing Jar, but I don't imagine there's anything they could draw that would stop it. Barrier Statue lethal. Let's go to game 2. Who could have expected this, chat? Who could have expected that Droll and Lock being a playable hand trap would spell trouble for Empty Jar? Well, let's see if they can overcome it in game 2. They're going first. Oh no, they forced the Bird Up player to go first. Why the fuck did they do that? Tanky into Reborn the Cobalt Sparrow. Trigger the Cobalt Sparrow's effect for a Nerval. Buddy, you are fucking this up. Rin, is Rin in chat? Can you please at Rin? Rin, what are you doing? You're adding cards from your deck to your hand. That's just making it easier for the Empty Jar player. Oh my god, just terrible. The only way to play this game is to pass. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get a Saros here, and then we're gonna normal summon a Saros. Then we're gonna trigger it for 3. We're gonna get a Simorg. We'll go into Link Haribo, and we that's the end of the game, buddy. I don't know what on earth you do if you're the. One Day of Peace is a good start. Book of Moon, okay, all right. Out comes Hat Trigger. Out comes another One Day of Peace. We'll normal summon an AD Changer, a Feather of the Phoenix to get back the One Day of Peace. We'll go for an Anima, trigger the Anima. It'll be negated. Big surprise. AD Changer.
No, my
And called by the Grave Last card to negate the Link Haribo effect. That means they will be able to prevent this from locking them out of any summons, but they won't be able to do anything else. That is that's it. So I guess what I would have to say about that match is ban Droll, too good, and maybe next time we'll unban Empty or Cyberjar. This is pathetic. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to anyone I conned into doing this. Divine Wind showed up! Shit, it's Divine Wind! Okay, One Day of Peace. Ash Blossom the 1 day so they don't get the negation. And that's going to be the end of the game. It's stupid. This is very dumb. Empty Jar is still bad. How could it have happened? I don't understand. You literal psychopath. Ugh. Okay, the game you showed as game 2 is actually game 1. Oh, that explains it. All right, next up is going to be Chaos Thunder versus Dark Warrior. Give us a little more time to vote. No.
No, my aura fails.
Topaz Lad and Big Boss 4812. Thank you for the subscriptions. This one's kind of close, actually. Like, they're both kind of bullshit decks. Die roll matchup? Yeah, exactly. PK Fire Emblem? Stupid. I could do that, though. Alright, everyone ready? Y'all got your votes in? Alright, so it is time for the next one. Oh my god, we're not recording. Holy fuck, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I hope you all like 720p. So that's what this is going to be uploaded in. All right. Our next round is Chaos Thunder versus Dark Warrior. Chaos Thunder going to be piloted by Sebto, and Dark Warrior, aka PK Fire Emblem, an Infernoble Knight deck that is making use of all of the extenders in the universe, piloted by Sir Eminon. 2 very competent pilots playing 2 absolutely bullshit decks. Who's taking it? Let's find out. Game 1 starts now, and it looks like chat has determined who they think the winner is going to be. It's going to be Dark Warrior, they say. They're going to lead with a copy of... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wait, this is the same fucking one. God damn it. I messed this up. Oh, my God. Professional streamer, by the way. God damn it. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, chat. You can laugh. I can take it. I'm a big boy. All right, ready? So it is time for our next one. I'm talking about Dark Warrior versus Chaos Thunder, a match that we absolutely got right the first time and did not have to restart because I accidentally loaded in the previous replays. We've got 2 very competent duelists, Sebto on the Chaos Thunder deck and Sir Eminon on the Warrior one. Very powerful strategies, very intelligent duelists, and ideally, one of them is going to blast the other out of the water. Let's see exactly what happens. Take it over here. And it looks like Chaos Thunder has won the die roll. We're going into Thunder Dragon. And Droll and Lockbird coming down. Simple as. Just draw Droll and Lockbird in your 60-card deck, idiot. All right, they're going to go for a Thunder Dragon Hawk into Roar. That's going to get an IP Masquerade and trigger the effect of Roar for a Dark, and you can't really do anything with it right now. Normal summon a Brotar, pass. Looking good. Looking good. All right, normal summon a Neospace Connector, and with no interruption, we're going into an Aqua Dolphin. We'll trigger the effect of Aqua Dolphin, pitching a Malicious. Jesus Christ. We'll activate the effect of Malicious in order to get a Malicious from deck, and from here we can go into a copy of Icehold. We'll trigger the effect of Icehold and get a copy of Giant Gearfried Man to hand. We'll trigger the effect of Icehold again, sending 4. That's going to get an Armageddonite from deck, whose effect we will activate in order to send a Plague Spreader. We'll go for Connector's effect. Connector has an effect for an Aqua Dolphin. They will Dragon Dark here for a Dragon Dark, at which point we will Aqua Dolphin again, not once per turn. Very stupid. From here, we'll go into an Appaloosa and trigger the effect of Malicious again. Afterwards, we're going to activate the Graveyard effect of Plague Spreader Zombie, bring that sucker out, IP Masquerade time, and nope, that's getting negated absolutely 100%. It's time for Halqifibrax, post Appaloosa, going into a Despot 001 and an Aurora Dawn. Aurora Dawn does not have to be in the extra monster zone. We're going to get 3 tokens and trigger the 001 into the graveyard. From here, we can activate the effect of Power Tool Dragon, triggering its effect to get 1 of 3 equipped spells to hand, and then triggering the effect of Aurora Dawn, sending 2 cards to the graveyard for a Coltwing. We'll trigger Coltwing, and we do still have a Mecha Phantom Beast. It doesn't necessarily have to be Aurora Dawn. It can be a token. We'll bring back the 001 and go into a Herald of the Arclight, triggering the effect of the Phoenix Blade as well. From here, we can activate DDR in order to bring back Plague Spreader Zombie and go into a copy of Roland. Roland plus a 7 plus a 3. I think we have a plan for this. We'll activate Plague Spreader one last time, going into a Charles and making a Borreload Savage Dragon. Jesus Christ. That's the end of the game. Holy shit, that was not close. Oh my god. All right, time for game 2.
No, my orifice.
All right, game 2 time. Danger Jackalope coming out first. Thunder Dragon coming out second. No Droll this time, so we will get to see what this deck can do. Chusinoko coming down, summoning that and drawing a card, then normal summoning a Dragon Dark to go into Masqueradus. We can proc the Dragon Dark and get a copy of Roar. We'll trigger Roar and then summon back get back the Duo, which we can then summon before passing. That's not enough, I don't think. All right, invoked Raijin time. We're going to go ahead and target the Thunder Dragon Duo, which prompts a very early Nightmare Unicorn. That means that Raijin did exactly what it had to. They'll go for Tier Scale afterwards, pitching a copy of Ancient Cloak, and Sebel Surrender. So, yes, Sereminon's deck is busted. That just makes me think that Chaos Thunder sucks shit. And 81% of you agree. Goodbye to my points. All right, next up is going to be Orchestr versus Magical Explosion. My god. How am I going to commentate this? He really exploded. He really bricked. That's what those decks do. Okay. Prediction time. For everyone worried about replays, don't worry. I have them all labeled myself. I'm just fucking dumb. I'm sorry. That is just the unfortunate truth of the matter. Okay. 4 seconds left on predictions, and then we'll go. Let's do some subs. Thank you to Mark Blue Dragon, Zach Easy, Necromancer, and Gamoa. All right, let's see what people voted for. Wow, you all, 76% of you have faith in Orchestr. No love for the Magical Explosion. All right, so it is time for our next match. We've got Space Dandy 1993 on Magical Explosion versus Monarch on Orchestr. And let me tell you, both of these lists look very good, but one of them looks very stupid, in fact. I'm excited to see if they can magically explode, I suppose. A lot comes down to the die roll, of course. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it looks like Magical Explosion has won the die roll, and I congratulate them on game 1. They're going to go for the 4 gates, From here, we can go into S0, or we can go ahead and send a copy of Cursed Bamboo Sword. We're going to get a Golden Bamboo Sword to hand. From here, we can activate Cursed Bamboo Sword and fire off the Golden Bamboo Sword. Let's see that droll knock border. You are dead. Okay, we'll go for an Into the Void, followed by a copy of Hand Destruction. We're going to trigger the effect of the Cursed Bamboo Sword for a Golden Bamboo once again. We'll trigger off a Spellbook of Secrets as well for a Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, and then normal the Spellbook Magician of Prophecy because we have not yet committed to a normal. We'll go ahead and fire off the copy of Spellbook of Knowledge to be met with an Ash Blossom Pain. From here, we can go into a Golden Bamboo Sword, and then Memories of Hope off the top. Draw 4. We'll tune Table of Contents, but you saw that they sent one of the targets already, and looks like they drew into another one. Another Numeron Network as well. They're going to Allure of Darkness, and they do have a target. It's the wall. They'll fire off another Into the Void and an Upstart Goblin. We are getting dangerously close. Into the Void here. Hand Destruction. We're down to 8 cards. Set to pass. Are they both Magical Explosion? Is it enough? All right, let's see. 1, 2. 48, 48. Great game. Good game. Very good game. Very smart. Very good game. What I like the most is that there was lots of interesting counterplay between the two of them. All right, let's go to game 2. This time the Orchestra player at least gets to go first. Let's see what they intend to do with it. Lead with a return. Activate Nessie. Every danger in the universe. They hit Nessie. They hit Nessie. 5-card hand. Jackalope next. Okay, they didn't hit Jackalope at least. Chusinoko as well. And they hit a Fogblade. That should be enough. They'll go for Gizmek Orochi, the Serpentreon Sky Slasher, and make Bardish. Bardish pass, baby. Bardish pass, baby. What's in that banished pile? What the fuck? This must be... Yeah, this is a Fogblade. All right. Allure of Darkness into Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. From here we can go into... I think you would probably want to spend your Phantom Knights of Fogblade on that sucker. They're going to fire off a Spellbook of Knowledge, and then afterwards they're going to activate a Into the Void, into an Into the Void, into a Terraforming. That Terraforming is going to turn into a Numeron Network. Numeron Network's effect is going to trigger. We're going to send from deck... You know the drill. A copy of Numeron Calling, outcome 4 gates, and a Cursed Bamboo Sword follows it up. We're going to go for a Golden Bamboo Sword that's going to draw 2 and a Memories of Hope drawing 4. Void number 2. Tune Table of Contents. I think we are out of TTCs. We might have one more. Yep. We'll fire it off for the last Tune Table of Contents. We'll go for Numeron Network. We'll go for Allure of Darkness. Draw a couple of cards. Banish our entire hand. They whiffed. They whiffed. All right. Well, congratulations to Orchestra. A very good one. They'll go for Golden Bamboo Sword. No way. Oh, well, no. They're going to win because they still have gate access. They can get in, I don't think for 8,000 here. Yeah, Fogblade one of these suckers. But drastically lowers the amount necessary to Magical Explosion. They're going to go for a Utopic Zexal main phase 2, add a copy of Golden to hand, and then pass turn Gizmek at end step. That card goes to the graveyard by the effect of you-know-what. And double Magical Explosion will clean it up. Stupidest game I have ever seen. Just very silly. Okay, I may have to rethink some of this. Maybe Into the Void to 3 was too good. Maybe Into the Void to 3 was too good. I will say for sure, it does give me hope that no matter what we ban from this terrible-ass deck, Orchestra still, at any point, has the absolute power to die immediately for no reason. It doesn't matter. That deck had no scraps, and it's still bricked. How? It's immaculate. The only deck that can do that. All right, let's set up this next one. Oh, you all are getting a fuckload of points here. Pet the Believers. Pet the Believers, indeed. Harp to 1, please. We maybe do have to do Harp to 1. I don't fucking know what else you could do. All right, next one is going to be Pendulum. So... all you little nerd factor gremlins can get your kicks here. It's Pendulum versus Wind Up. All right, ready? All right, it is time for our next match. We have Stack Smashing detected on Wind Up versus Nerd Factor on Pendulums. Very heads-up Pendulum list. Wind Up, of course, can go infinite at any given time. Very excited to see what happens here. And we're also going to start a prediction because I forgot to do that. 1K Andy, by the way. I don't think it's even worth it. You all are going to go 99% for Pend. All right, we're going to begin. And who won the die roll? It was windups. Okay, so we're going to go from Magician into Shark. That triggers the effect of Magician, getting a Magician from deck. We're going to activate the effect of Shark to decrease by 1. From here, we can activate Magician's effect to summon a Rat from deck. We're going to overlay for a Papley Operative. That seems pretty bad. For a Rat to attack, which triggers its effect and summons the Magician. Silly. Out comes Zenmaity. We'll trigger the effect of Zenmaity for another Shark. From here, we can trigger Magician's effect for a Shark from deck. We'll go into a copy of Zen Maintenance. We'll trigger the effect of Zen Maintenance for a Factory. We will activate the Factory's effect and then summon a Hasty Horse. We'll go for Shark's effect here and then trigger the effect of Factory to add a Rabbit to hand. Afterwards, we're going to overlay for a Shark Lancer, special summon a Silent Angler, go to Bahamut Shark, and end on a totally awesome Appaloosa. This is a decent setup. It's Valiant Shark Lancer, awesome Appaloosa. Instant Fusion leading for the Pendulum opponent, and it's MER. They'll go for a Stargazer Magician and a Wisdom Eye Magician, trigger the effect of Wisdom Eye, and then activate its effect for... Wow, holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a chain. Okay, so it's Appaloosa negating, Millenniumize Restrictor negating, Totally Awesome negating, Astrograph Sorcerer, but Nerd Factor will still be able to resolve the effect of this Star Pendulum Graph and add a Pendulum to hand. They're going to Pendulum summon 2, I believe, one of which is 3, one of which is a Harmonizing Magician, which Appaloosa will, of course, be negating. From here, we can go into a Halka Fibrax and activate the effect of Halka Fibrax, and that's the last Appaloosa negate. We can go into a Selene and then trigger the effect of the Selene. That's 3 counters. We'll activate the effect of Selene to bring back the Millenniumize Restrict and go into an Access Code Talker. Oh, it's just going to be an access code setup. That's probably good enough. Down goes the Lancer, down goes the Factory, and we'll go to the battle phase. Walking over the set Astrograph and proceeding to the end step can wind up clean this up. Rat's a good start. Shark follows up. Obviously, we have to walk over the MER first. We're going to use Rat's effect to summon back the Zenmaity. We'll activate the effect of Shark to go down to 3, then overlay for another Zenmaity. Zenmaity fires to get a Rat from deck, and then Rat will fire to summon a copy of Magician. We'll then go into a copy of Zen Maintenance, trigger Magician or Maintenance's effect for another Factory. We'll activate Wind Up Magician's effect for a Wind Up Soldier from deck, then overlay for a Redoer and make Access Code Talker of our own. From here, we can go ahead and eat the entire board. We'll beat the Access Code Talker, we'll beat the Star Pendulum Graph, and shit, we don't have enough types. Redoer triggers, it's a monster. They'll go for Duelist Alliance off the top. It's Pendysork. Holy shit. All right, they're going to summon 2, the Wisdom Eye Magician, the Pendulum Sork. And at the link point of the Access Code Talker, a monster as well. They're going to normal summon a Celestial Magician. Down comes Redoer. To the Banished Zone it goes. We'll call by the grave the Celestial Magician and go into a Dark Requiem. Holy shit. No way that does it. Oh my god, what a game that Nerd Factor pulled out of the depths of his own ass. That was incredible. Huge. Oh my god. All right, let's go to game 2. I imagine that Windup will be going first again. Yep, Factory opens are always pretty good. We'll go for a Gallus. Gallus sending Pancratops. That's a lot of damage. They'll go for Takatomborg and make a Zenmaity. Zenmaity triggers here to get a copy of Wind Up Shark. We'll trigger the effect of Factory to add from deck to hand a Shark. Then we'll go into a Zen Maintenance. We'll trigger Zen Maintenance's effect alongside the effect of Shark, summoning itself and triggering Zen Maintenance for another Factory. We'll activate another Factory. God, this card is so broken. They'll go for Maintenance. For Shark, rather, to get a Rat off of Factory, and then Maintenance in order to tag into another Shark, and then pass turn. Okay, so I guess that's it then, right? Okay, Halka Fibrax time. We'll activate the effect of Halka Fibrax for a Tuning Magician. We'll go into a Selene. We'll trigger the effect of Selene. We will get back a copy of Tuning Magician from the graveyard, I imagine. We'll go into Tuning Magician's effect. We'll get 400 and lose 400 and go to battle. Wait, what the fuck? Appo for 2? Did they both brick? Heavy Storm off the top to get the evenly matched. We'll go for a Wind-Up Rat afterwards in order to, I guess, proc the Appaloosa before going to battle phase now that we can walk over it. And in main phase 2, what? Shark effect? Okay, we'll go for a 3. That allows us to go into Zenmaity. We'll trigger Zenmaity's effect. That summons from deck a copy of Rat. We can trigger Rat's effect for a Rat. Oh, wait. They still might be able to pop off. Another Zenmaity. Oh, my God. We'll go for a copy of Wind Up Magician, and then we'll go for a Zen Maintenance. Zen Maintenance triggers here. That's going to add a Rat to hand. We can trigger the effect of Magician. That's going to summon a Magician from deck. We can overlay for a Redoer and pass. That's decent. Redoer triggers, and it's a spell. They'll pass turn. We'll Redoer for 1 in order to draw a card. It was Dark Ruler. Nerd Factor might have just overboarded. Gallus the Star Beast coming down, and this is lethal. Oh my god. What a terrible game. Well, congratulations to the player that bricked the least hard, and now on to game 3. All right, it's time for game 3. It looks like the Pendulum player is going first. They're going to begin with a copy of Curtain Raiser. They'll trigger the effect of Curtain Raiser and summon its normal summon a White Wing Magician for Halka Fibrax, who is basically just Electromite. We'll get a Tuning Magician from deck, then set Wisdom Eye Magician, set Double Iris Magician. Jesus Christ. Go into Selene and trigger Selene. Do we have 2? We only have 2, right? Yeah, so we have to use Tuning Magician's effect here. 400 and 400 trade before we go into Appaloosa and trigger Wisdom Eye, popping itself for an Oath Dragon. That triggers Astrograph Sorcerer. Okay, that's going to add a Wisdom Eye to hand. Next, we will Pendulum summon 1, 2, 3, 4 monsters and go into a Borreload Savage Dragon for 3, equipping the Selene and a Time Star Magician, getting, I imagine, the Trap card. No way Harmonizing, in fact. It may not be able to do that. Okay. Pancratops coming down, walking over the Appaloosa. Could trade. Well, Pancratops next to Fiend out the Savage. Okay, this card might be a little too crazy. That was the entire negation of that board. Gallus goes for Angler. Summon Gallus. Go for Psychic Tracker. Normal summon a Wind-Up Magician. Go into Zenmaity. Okay, next we're going to summon a Wind-Up Magician from deck. We'll activate Wind-Up Magician's effect for a Rat. Next, we're going to overlay for a Papley Operative. We'll activate Papley Operative's effect, targeting the Rat, and then using the Rat's effect in order to target the Magician. The Magician comes back. We'll special summon a copy of Wielder. Go into another Zenmaity. We'll trigger Zenmaity's effect for a Shark. We'll trigger the effect of Magician here to get a Soldier from deck before going into a Megaclops! Holy guacamole. Oh my god, what an extender. Okay, so we're going for Wind-Up Shark here. We're going for Valiant Shark Lancer and Redoer. Shark Lancer in order to get rid of the Time Star. And, I mean, that's the end of the turn, but how the fuck does Pendulum out Megaclops? They're going to Pendulum. It's Harmonizing Curtain Raiser. Harmonizing triggers here. They're going to get a Purple Poison. They'll go into an Ignister. Well, that's a good one. That's going to get Shark Lancered, unfortunately. They'll trade the Redoer for the Oath Dragon activation. The normal summon a Harmonizing. Going for Selene number 2. We now have we don't have enough spells walking over the Zen Maintenance, and Shark Lancer triggers as well, putting an Avarice on top. Oh, no! Time Pendulum Graph can get rid of the Megaclops. That's funny. And they are going to be able to get a Star Pendulum Graph to hand, but it seems like too little too late. They'll activate Pot of Avarice, and if it's anything competent, it looks like they have this in the bag. Gallus the Star Beast whiffs! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god! The whiff on Gallus has cost them this game! Alright, Pendulum still has to have an insane turn. They'll leave. Well, Pot of Desires is a good start. They're going to fire off a Star Pendulum Graph, fire off a White Wing Magician, Oath Dragon effect in order to get back this copy of Harmonizing. They're going to activate Time Pendulum Graph in order to pop the Valiant Shark Ray Lancer, and then trigger the effect of Star Pendulum Graph to get a copy of Wisdom Eye to hand. They'll activate Wisdom Eye Magician, then activate Wisdom Eye Magician's effect. That's going to add to their EMZ a copy of Perform House Celestial. They'll summon 2, including a Harmonizing for a Double Iris Magician that allows them to go into Evil Swarm Nightmare. This is still a very beatable board, but they're almost out of stuff on the Pendulum player's side. Oh my god, they just need anything. Redoer effect. They're going to send everything, then set 1. Is Nerd Factor going to walk with this by the seat of his pants? This is the stupidest game I've ever seen someone win. Passing back, not willing to switch that Evil Swarm to attack position because they're only at 300. They die to a normal summon. Oh my god. Oath Dragon adding back the Celestial. Pendulum summoning 1. Celestial and Curtain Raiser going to the battle phase. Hitting over Droll and Lockbird. We are 1 turn away. Now or never, Wind-Up player. Oh, Lightning Storm's good. Lightning Storm's a good start. You gotta have a normal. Oh my god. Holy shit, and Nerd Factor walks with it in the most scuffed Pendulum game I have ever seen in my entire life. What a disaster. Holy fuck. Oh, God. Chat wants their points. Let's go? Oh, it wasn't over? Yes, it is. It's over. Stop the count. Wow. Wow. All right, last one of round 1. Oh god. Shinobird versus True Draco. It's Shinobird Yadalock. This is a good soup. All right. What you eating? Soup. It's like potatoes, carrots, broccoli, and chickpea. All right. See what people voted for. 75 think True Draco. Probably valid. All right, ready? So it is time for the last match of round one. We've got a really baller one. We've got Rebecca on Shinobird Yada Lock, a deck that just aims to summon Yada from deck and then lock their opponent, and Maverick CXX on True Draco, a deck that you all said was going to ruin the format. So we'll just have to see. All right, let's jump in, buddies. All right, so it's time for game one. We're going to begin with a copy of Pot of Duality. Looks like the True Draco player won the die roll, and there's the masterpiece. There it is. They passed it up. Card of Demise, the last card in hand. As always, at end step, they will send a copy of Dynamite Knight. That's what happens when you're playing more monsters. Lightning Storm. All right, so this is a pretty good start. We're going to go for Ignis to add a card to hand, and then Stormforth, I guess. Pot of Disparity afterwards. So Lightning Storm, Pot of Disparity. That's it's a pretty good start. They banish 6 here, and they get a copy of Dino Wrestler Pankratops. They're going to go ahead and activate the effect of Incantation Talismandra. That's going to summon from deck a copy of Kandal and trigger the effect of Kandal for a copy of the Shinobird Ritual. They'll fire off Calling and go into a Peacock. They'll trigger Peacock's effect, shuffle back that Ignis, and then battle for 3k. Unfortunately, they don't have, it appears, the Yada in their grip, so they're going to have to be satisfied with 2 tokens and a pass. All right, we're going to go for the Disciples here, and we do have a Tribute Summon available. We'll go for Heritage. That's 1. The Ignis is going to have to kind of win the game on its own here. We'll Tribute Summon again for a Majesty Maiden. I mean, this is 2 very powerful monsters, but still a pretty long road to hoe for the True Draco player. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, I suppose. A Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix to the hand. That is going to be killer against the Masterpiece deck. And we're going for Shinobird and Peacock again, giving back that Kaiju just in case they intend to Masterpiece next turn, and proceed to the end phase getting 2 tokens. It's just 1 card in hand, folks. All right, they're going to go for a Pot of Desires. That's a pretty good one to draw off the top. Followed by a Disciples. They're going to activate the effect of Disciples to shuffle and draw. 3 of those go back into the deck, and then we will fire the effect to Tribute Summon into a Dynamite Knight. They get over 1 of the tokens, and then pass their turn. Back to Rebecca. She's going to draw. Activate Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. That's going to get the Dynamite Knight, allow them to activate the True King's Return. That's going to be a little hard to get over. They'll proceed to the battle phase and walk into... Oh. Well, it do be that way. Yeah, it do be that way. Wow. It's really every single go second sweeper. Well, we still have to find a way to do the remaining 3,500 points of damage. We're going to activate Into the Void here. And then pass turn, milling the entire hand. Nice masterpiece, by the way. Great masterpiece. And Maverick will surrender game 1. How could this have happened? How on earth could this have happened? A deck as consistent and powerful as True Draco. Just reduced to nothing. I can't imagine it. Time for game 2. All right, we're going for the Terraforming. We found Divine Wind of Mist Valley, and it looks like Maverick is caught on and is making this deck go first. Yadagrasu, the normal summon that'll trigger Divine Wind of Mist Valley to end step and go to a Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. Really good against anything but this exactly. Dragonic Diagram, let's come down. Activate Monarch Stormforth. Oh no, tributed for a Dragonic Knight. They'll sack a copy of Into the Void, set 1 card, proceed to the battle phase, and do 2,800 points of damage. We just gotta out that, and we can Yada Lock our opponent. We're gonna set 1 card and pass. Oh no, did Rebecca brick? Oh no. Oh, God. And here he comes. Disciples, pop the last remaining card. Heritage effect. We'll draw a card here. We'll Tribute Summon. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, so there's Masterpiece. It is on Spell Monster. Good luck. That's pretty good. Destroy all spell traps is very powerful. Going for the Dynamite Knight here. And Rebecca is going to surrender. Wow, a very quick game too, but doesn't really have a good out to Masterpiece in this matchup outside of Kaiju's, and clearly didn't have one. All right, let's go to that all-important game 3, and Rebecca is making the true Draco player start. Very funny. They're going to lead with a Disciples. They're going to activate Disciples as effect, and then normal summon a Dynamite Knight, activating Card of Demise. Terraforming comes afterwards into a Dragonic Diagram. They always seem to have it. Dragonic Diagram here, popping a set card in order to get a copy of Heritage. Heritage effect. I believe we draw 1 here. We'll go ahead and, take 2, set 2, pass on a Pot of Desires. Jesus Christ. All right, we'll lead with a copy of Talismandra, and that procs Dynamite Knight, and the Monarchs Erupt. Holy shit, the AoE skill drain. Oh, this might be it. Okay, we'll go for Pot of Disparity. In games 2 and 3, this card is crazy. Lightning Storm seems very good, but not when you already have monsters on your side of the field. Uh-oh. We're going to take an Interrupted Kaiju Slumber instead. Fire that bad boy off. Down comes Godarla. We're going to set 1 card and proceed to the battle phase, walking over the Kaiju, and then pass turn. At end of Maverick's turn, if they don't control a Tribute Summon monster, this Monarch's Erupt will be going to the graveyard. They're going to pop a Teekboo for a Masterpiece, activate Stormforth, and oh shit. Oh, God. Okay, there is the biggest Masterpiece I've ever seen. But Dragma Punishment coming down, and Solemn Judgment, the response! Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, Kaiju Slumber is pretty good, so we can get a copy of Gamciel. We can tribute over the Masterpiece. That's something. Shinobird calling. Okay, Shinobird and Peacock, go to the battle phase. Again, if we could just get rid of that fucking Monarchs Erupt, it'd be fine. Masterpiece gets to come back, but a Masterpiece that's come back under True King's return really sucks ass. They're going to switch it to attack position, I'd imagine. No, they're going to pop it for this Dragonic Diagram and then proc it. Oh, we're just going to attack. Wow, okay. Heritage effect, draw a card. I guess we'll tribute summon and proceed to the battle phase. And that's just it. Wow, and unfortunately, it would appear that True Draco has advanced. Bad news. Bad news, folks. You put up a valiant effort, Rebecca, but not enough. And that concludes it. That's the end of round 1. Let's go to round 2. Have a couple more spoonfuls. Oh, let's fire an ad, too. Y'all like ads? Bada bing. I probably should have done my, spiel about sub to me or whatever.
No, my orifice.
All right, Gem Knight versus Virtual World. That's this one.
No, my orifice.
We shout out Wasteman Wednesdays? Yeah.
No, my orifice.
All right, ready? All right, let's do subs real quick. Thank you to Topaz Lad. No, wait, that's really far back. Yeah. Big Boss 4812, Mark Blue Dragon, Zakizi, Necromancer, Gamoa, Bryce Ryoman, Unglate Man, WC King Magic Ruler, thank you for the $2. Big shout out to Mambo for the newest episode of Wasteman Wednesday. All right. Well, folks, it is time for round 2. And 8 decks remain. Gem Knight, Virtual World, Dinosaur, Bird Up, Dark Warrior, Pendulum, Magical Explosion, and True Draco. So, who's winning this next one? Gem Knight or Virtual World? Chat seems to think that it's going to be Virtual World. I agree, but, you know, let's find out. All right, so a lot depends on the die roll, and Virtual World won the die roll. Okay, so we're going to lead with a copy of Nyan Nyan, sending the new trap to the graveyard. We're going to follow it up with a K-Loon. Activate K-Loon for a Chuche and go into a Stardust Charge Warrior to draw a card. We'll draw a card off the top of the deck, then fire off the Lao, targeting the Chuche and summoning back a Lulu. We'll activate Nyan Nyan's effect in graveyard, and we'll make a copy of Shen Shen. We'll trigger the effect of Qinglong, draw a card, pitch a card, and activate ZC's effect as well. We're going to, I suppose, go into a Gossip Shadow. Lin Lin as well is going to trigger here. I guess we can make Tolmi. That's happened a couple of times. Yeah, Tolmi time. We're going to Tolmi to get back the Lao Lao for next turn and pass turn. This is a pretty good setup. One Negate, a Macro, and a Tolmi. All right, unexpected die coming out first and foremost for a Tourmaline. Next, we'll normal summon a copy of Crystal Rose and activate the effect, sending a copy of Lasley to go into Phantom Quartz. This is what you negate. They'll go for the Chuche here, popping the Phantom Quartz, sending 2 cards back in order to get it off the field. Obsidian goes to the hand, and unexpected die comes out again for another Tourmaline. Next, we're going to activate Gem Knight Fusion. Had it in the hand all along for a Zirconia. They'll go Obsidian, bringing back this copy of Lapis, but any monster they don't get on the field is bad news. They'll go to the battle phase, so they no longer have to deal with Gossip Shadow, then fire off this Phantom Quartz in main phase 2 to get a Brilliant Diamond. They'll proceed to the end phase, and you know, that's it. All right, Lulu time. From here, we can send a copy of Qinglong to the graveyard. We can activate the effect of Lili in hand as well. And then afterwards, we can Synchro summon a copy of Vermilion Dragon Mech, use the effect of ZC, and use the effect of Zhanwu in order to bring back Lulu. We'll overlay for a Fortune Tune, activate the effect of Mech to destroy the Zirconia, and proceed to battle phase. And if this isn't lethal, it is. I mean, it might as well be. Thankfully, it is. All right, time for game 2. Not a long one. Not a long one. Okay. So it's time for game 2, and Rescue Rabbit's good. Ash Blossom is better. Ash Blossom is better. You know, well, they tried their best, and that's what counts. They're going to activate the effect of Nyan Nyan in graveyard, and we're going to make a Shen Shen. Down comes Vermilion Dragon Mech. What do you even go into here? Can you make lethal? Assuredly you can. Pitching a Nibiru, they were really prepared. Down comes the Lao Lao, out comes the ZC. We can activate the Zhanwu graveyard to bring back 2/2, and then we can go into a Tolmi. We will pitch this Qinglong, and then add back to hand a Lulu, getting in for, I imagine this is lethal. 28, 27, 27. And down goes Rycape's attempts to prove that FTK is broken. Who could have predicted this? Not me. Actually, I could have. It was very easy to predict. All right, what's our next one? Oh, Bird Up v Dino. Hell yeah. Oh, this is a good one. This is just a normal game. Doesn't Dino absolutely obliterate Bird Up? It is not a good matchup. Not a good matchup. All right, ready? Wow, 70% on Bird Up. You all like memes. All right, ready? It is time for our second match of the top 8. Bird Up versus Dinosaur. A match that this could literally just be an actual match. This has nothing to do with the tournament, nothing to do with the ban list. Neither of these decks got anything particularly interesting. Wow, and already off to the races. Fossil Dig, Ash, Gamma. Well, you know, it is what it is. And down comes an Omega as well. 3 cards in hand, you idiot! Next up is Overraptor. Overraptor is going to send a copy of Giant Rex to the graveyard. And DD Crow is going to hit Miscellaneous Source. Okay, that's pretty good, but 2 cards in hand. That's not very good. All right, we're going to lead with a copy of Fractar. That's as good as it gets. Oh my god, it's Fractar Kinkabio. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, Cobalt Sparrow comes down. We're going to add a copy of Nerval. Droll and Lockbird. Bad. Down comes Flaget. We can use Flaget to summon the Nerval, and then Nerval for 4 to go into a copy of Shrike. We'll trigger the effect of Shrike in order to banish that, and then get in for 55, ending on a Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. I don't know, probably the Big Bird. Yeah, Apex Avian coming down. Wow. That looked a lot better than I thought it would. I saw the 2 cards in hand and got a little excited, but in fact, this is the end of the game. They're going to Forbidden Droplet, and that's met by Called by the Grave, but not good enough. Going to the battle phase and walking over Omega is probably enough for lethal. Wow, setting the Baby Ceresaurus even. Ooh, Monka S. And Crazy Wizza will surrender. That was a quick game 1. I don't know, if you had asked me who would have won that after the end of turn 1, I would have had the wrong answer. Okay, time for game 2. Fire Formation Tanky. Dino's making them go first. Clever. Okay, so they're going to send a copy of Cobalt Sparrow to the graveyard, then reborn it, triggering Cobalt Sparrow for a Nerval. From here, they can activate the effect of Nerval or overlay for Recital Starling, activating Recital Starling's effect to increase attack, then second effect in order to add to hand a copy of DD Crow. They'll activate Nerval's effect in order to get a Kit to hand. From here, we can activate Saros Pitching Kit, and then activate Kit's effect in order to send to the graveyard another Fractar. We'll activate Saros for 2 in order to summon a copy of Flaget, then we'll activate Flaget for a DD Crow. We'll go into Simorg and then activate Flaget's effect, going into a Linkuriboh and proceeding to end phase, ending on a Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds and a Linkuriboh. This is probably good enough. Pot of Extravagance coming down first, and that's strong. Lost World coming down second, normal summoning a Soul-Eating Oviraptor here. Now, unfortunately, adding Miscellaneous Source to hand is good, but won't do anything in the battle phase. Linkuriboh negating that attack. They're going to set one and pass at end step. Out comes the Big Bird, and holy guacamole, that's miserable. Saros for 3 here. We can get Rugal if we want. Going for Ray. Oh, we just have the OTK. 25, 22, 19. We're just a little off. We're 200 off. We'll activate Ray's effect to shuffle back this copy of Soul-Eating Oviraptor, and Simorg will trigger at end step for a Cobalt Sparrow. They're going to go for Cobalt Sparrow's effect for a DD Crow at end phase and pass it back to their opponent. 2 for turn. We'll start with a copy of Soul-Eating Oviraptor. That's going to get Apex Avian. That's going to be met with a Miscellaneous Source, and that's going to be met with a Called by the Grave, and that's going to be met with a Bell, and that's going to be met with a Ray. 6 deep on this chain. Oh my god. Tell me that isn't hype. Tell me that isn't something that you uniquely get by including more Called by the Graves in the format. They're going to attack over the Barrier Statue, and finally they can play the game. They'll activate Miscellaneous Source, but the DD Crow we know is in there. And 3rd Miscellaneous Source in the hand. We'll go for Miscellaneous Source's effect for 1, getting an Animadorned Archosaur, triggering its effect, and the effect of Lost World as well. They're going to summon a token to their side of the field, popping a Baby Ceresaurus, and triggering Baby Ceresaurus' effect for a Baby Ceresaurus. They'll activate Oviraptor's effect, targeting a Baby Ceresaurus for a Baby Ceresaurus, triggering the effect of the Baby Ceresaurus for a Miscellaneous Source. From here, they can go into a Dolka and a Linkuriboh. They're just dead here, right? Double Evo Pill finally for an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and pass turn. Sovereignty at end step gets met with a Dolka, sending the Sovereignty to the graveyard, but I think they just have enough attackers. Yeah, we can use Fractar's effect here in order to send Nerval, and Nerval's effect in order to get a copy of Kit. We'll go for Forbidden Droplet. Wow, sending the spells to go into a Shrike. We'll trigger Shrike's effect, and then normal summon a Kinkabio to go into Assembled Nightingale. Whoa, that is so painful. All right, they're going to just fire off all their negated monster effects, I suppose, to BM. They'll go to the battle phase, triggering the effect of Linkuriboh. It's negated, so they'll walk into everything, and then they'll go into a Downard and a Zeus. They'll go into a Flaget and trigger the effect of Flaget for a Kit before going into a Rugal, so they have this Shrike online as well. Their opponent draws for turn. They're going to go for a Miscellaneous Source for 2. That prompts the Rugal. That prompts the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which only outs the Zeus. They go for a Cobalt Sparrow, and then on a new chain, we can trigger the effect of Shrike, which will activate on a further chain than the Lost World, so you can banish the Lost World. New Lost World, but going to be tough. Walking into the Linkuriboh and, using the Linkuriboh's effect in graveyard to send that Cobalt Sparrow, then passing turn. Petit Pteranodon does destroy itself at end step for a Pankratops, and that does trigger Lost World, but that's probably all she wrote. Draw for turn, Zeus flipped up, Appaloosa for 2. That's enough. Battle phase, attack into the Pankratops effect, Appaloosa effect, and we have got there, ladies and gentlemen. Wow! That was poggers. That was extremely poggers. Holy fucking moly. Oh, that was so poggers. All right, Bird Up advances. Top 4, baby. Okay, next up is Dark Warrior versus Pendulum. 0-7. All that dino, not a single ding dong. All right, ready? I can't lose any more points.
No, my orifice.
CG Vash, thank you for the subscription. Games like that make me come back to Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay. 13% said Pendulum. I don't think that's very surprising. All right. So it is time for the match of the century. Sir Eminon on Dark Warrior versus Nerd Factor on Pendulum. I won't leave you in suspense for any longer. We've got two titans here, and Sir Eminon won the die roll. So Hero Lives comes down, followed by the Stratos. Will trigger the effect of the Stratos. That's going to add from deck to hand a copy of Malicious. What the fuck? They're going to normal summon a copy of Aqua Dolphin. Oh, that's why. Okay, we can send that copy of Harmonizing to the graveyard, then activate Malicious's effect in graveyard for a Malicious before going into an Ice Hold. They'll go for an Ice Hold effect in order to get a copy of Giant Gearfried, and then they'll activate Ice Hold's effect for 4 in order to summon from deck a copy of Armageddon Knight. We'll trigger the effect of Armageddon Knight here to send a copy of Plague Spreader Zombie to go into an Appaloosa, and now that we're protected, we'll go for another Malicious. Afterwards, we're going to go for a Plague Spreader Zombie, get it to our side of the field before making a Halqifibrax and activating Halqifibrax's effect for a 0/0/1. You've seen this combo before. Down comes a Auroradon. We'll summon 3 tokens and the 0/0/1 from the graveyard. And afterwards, we're going to go for a Power Tool Dragon. We'll trigger the effect of the Power Tool Dragon, and we will add a Equip spell from deck to hand. Next, we'll activate the effect of the Auroradon to get a Colt Wing from deck. That'll trigger and get 2 tokens to our side of the field, summoning back the 0/0/1 from the graveyard. From here, we are going to go into a Herald of the Arclight, a Phoenix Blade activation, and a DDR. That's going to bring back the Plague Spreader Zombie and enable a Roland. Roland's effect will trigger. Plague Spreader Zombie will trigger. We'll go ahead and go into a Charles and end on a Borreload Savage Dragon with 3 mats. This is good. This is good. Oh, no, they're still going. Holy shit, they're still going. Nope, it's not over yet. We can make double Herald. Oh, we can rip 2 cards. Rip 2 cards? Yeah, fine. Who cares? Nothing. Yep, all good. Okay. Stargazer, Magician, and Wisdom Eye. They're going to negate the Wisdom Eye activation. Seems correct. Normal summon tuning effect. Take 400. Go to the battle phase, walk in, and Nerd Factor surrenders. Okay, so that was game 1. Time for game 2. All right, we're going to lead with a copy of Pot of Desires out of Nerd Factor. I imagine we'll activate Instant Fusion in order to summon a Millenniumize Restrict. We are now immune to most hand traps. White Wing into Halqifibrax. Start Pendulum Graph will trigger here in order to summon a copy of Tuning Magician, and afterwards we'll get a copy of Wisdom Eye Magician to hand. We'll go Wisdom Eye and Wisdom Eye. We'll trigger the effect of the Wisdom Eye eventually after going for Selene first. Now that we have 5 spell counters at our disposal, we'll bring back this copy of Millenniumize Restrict, and down comes Nibiru. Millenniumize Restrict, really good card. Very good. It just protects against every hand trap. We're going to go for 2 Wisdom Eyes, then Oath Dragon, one of those suckers back. We're setting a Harmonizing, then Pendulum summoning 1, 2, 3, 4. No, just 2. We'll go for a Savage Dragon, then Tuning Magician's effect, and from here we can make our opponent take 400 points of life, I guess. Oh, Ding Dong! Oh, you wouldn't make Ding Dong unless you drew it. Yep. Torn Scale is going to be met with the 9 Pillars of the Yang Zing, and the Garnet coming in clutch. They'll go to the battle phase, walk over the token, but Sir Eminon doesn't have a clean out to the Borreload Savage. Instant Fusion being met with said Borreload Savage. That's going to be a turn pass. Nerd Factor might just do it. All right, going to add the... Wow, that's... everything. Yeah, Selene again. We're going to trigger the effect of Star Pendulum Graph. Just a crazy card. I forget formats where it's bad that this card is actually just insane. We'll summon the Millenniumize Restrict back and go into Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker plus Borreload should probably be the end of this. We will go and attack, and that's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. I'll say it. Time for that all-important game 3. Here we go, baby. Ooh, what the hell? And Sir Eminon is making Nerd Factor go first. What the fuck? Oh my god. Gamma comes down on the Halkifibrax. Pankratops comes out, and that's it. Wait, that's the entire turn. Oh, bet. Durandal triggering off of the Pankratops, summoning the red layer, normal summoning the tier scale. That's going to be met with the Pankratops, but one extender does it, and Reynad is one such extender. Wow, Eminon does not take any shit. Says, I'm boarding into 16 going second tools. Go to hell. We're firing off this Ice Hold. We're going to summon a copy of Armageddon Knight from our deck. We're going to fire off the Armageddon Knight. We'll go for a Plague Spreader Zombie, and now we can do the full combo. And don't worry, friends, this full combo is well over 9,000 points of damage. They're going to go for an Auroradon. Going to get 3 tokens to their side of the field and the 0/0/1 back from their graveyard. A little different this time around. From here, we can go into a Power Tool Dragon. We'll get the DDR, I'd imagine. Provided they're playing 3 copies. And then Phoenix Blade as well. It's got to be Nibiru or Bust Buddy, and even then, you've only got 1 card in hand in your Pendulum deck. Cold Wing Effect, we're going to get 2 tokens and the 0/0/1 from Graveyard. That's going to enable some pretty interesting synchros. I don't think we've seen this setup yet. DDR bringing back this copy of Plague Spreader Zombie. No, it's the same. We're going for Roland, and then afterwards we can activate Phoenix Blade, activate one of these bad boy Plague Spreaders, and go into a Charles. At end of this, we'll make a Savage as always, and now that we have negation, we have nothing to fear. 621... 3,000, and Nerd Factor dashed against the rocks and out of the tournament. Who could have thought that Pend was not best deck? All right, bring back Plush Fire next time? No. Next up is True Draco versus Magical Explosion. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. We need Starving Venom? No, thank you. Did someone mute Nerd Factor? Is that what happened? Oh, damn it. They're here. I was so excited. I thought they'd been banished to the negative zone. Oh, this is Magical Explosion. Thanks, Rin. Starving Venom doesn't do anything without Electromite. Because pickles. Chat said Magical Explosion, but you all voted for True Draco. This is our last for round 2. All right, it is time for the last game of round 2. This will determine our top 4 decks. It is True Draco versus Magical Explosion. Now, I tried to get a competent deck and an incompetent deck in every match, but I kind of ran out. So the bottom half of this bracket, you may have noticed, is a little jank. This is going to be a weird one. But we will go to it regardless and treat it with all of the sincerity that it deserves. Into the Void firing off, and it looks like the True Draco player is going first. I had to think for a second. I can only tell because of the lack of a side deck, or extra deck, rather. Heritage Time. I think we draw 2 off this one. Nope, just 1. We'll then tribute summon a copy of Dynamite Knight. Okay, Dynamite Knight pass is not that big of a deal. At end step, we will go for Wall. Wall is going to set a copy of Numeron Network. Can we do the FTK? Okay, first up is Numeron Calling. Do we just OTK here? Hold up, is this just an OTK? Okay. Well, we're getting there. Into the Void firing off. Broken Bamboo Sword. True Draco Apocalypse coming out. Yeah, for Masterpiece. That's pretty good. Draco Apocalypse popping the wrong one. Oh, but Masterpiece can still pop the sword. Going for another Numeron Network and an Allure of Darkness. No, it's not enough. Bad one, buddy. No. Oh, God. Oh, an Explosion for 34. Not enough. Oh, Christ. I think I maybe would have gone for it. Okay, they're going to go for the Disciples into the Pot of Duality. And this is it. It doesn't matter what the true Draco player does from this position. I have 0 cards in hand. I don't think the FTK player is getting back in it. Hilariously, they still have a turn to their name. Let's find it. Cool. All right. Not a surprising game 1, but we'll see how game 2 pans out. Explosion will have to win a game on the draw, which seems impossible. Tune table contents into tune table contents into tune table contents is a good start. TTC into TTC into TTC into the Big Gunner Tune Barrel Dragon. Fire off an Allure, and this time it has no chance of banishing the entire hand. We'll fire off a Spellbook of Knowledge and it into the Void. Next, we're going to go for a Numeron Network. We are getting there. We might make S0. Can they beat S0? All right, hand destruction time. Foolish Burial Goods. Sending Cursed Bamboo Sword. We're going to get a Golden Bamboo Sword to hand. We'll activate Cursed Bamboo Sword. Oh my god, we might have it. Shit. All right, we'll fire off Memories of Hope. That's 4. Into the Void. Into the Void. Terraforming. There's another Numeron Network. Numeron Network time. Numeron Network time. Set 1. Utopic Sexil. Cursed Bamboo Sword. Get a broken. What the fuck? Oh my god, it was all the once per turns. Oh no. Okay, well, they get in for 2,000. Never mind. They get in for 0. They can make Zeus. And that's very funny. Okay, Terraforming Effect. Diagram Stormforth. Card of Demise. And Diagram's going to pop one of those set cards from Masterpiece. Activate True Draco Heritage and Magical Explosion time for 46. Not enough. Heritage to tribute summon the opponent's monster for a Masterpiece. And oh my god, this is it. No, this is actually it. Oh, Pot of Duality revealing the second Masterpiece. Oh my god, 11 cards in deck and 2 of them are Magical Explosion that win the game on the spot. No. All right, let's see. You got to draw exactly Explosion. Allure? No, wasn't enough. 8 cards to Explosion. Oh, how painful. Ugh. Well, sorry, Space Dandy. Wait, do we still have a turn? We don't. Looks like Magical Explosion has exploded its last Magician, and True Draco will be moving to the top 4. All right. Set up the semis rounds. How can Bird Up beat VW? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh, not Jaxel. Oh. Okay, ready? Here we go. Sus. So it is time for the top 4. We've got 4 decks still in my tournament where I aim to show everyone that my changes won't absolutely ruin Yu-Gi-Oh! We've got Virtual World, Bird Up, 2 decks that you all know and love, 2 current meta decks. Clearly the meta is fine. And then we've got Dark Warrior and True Draco. It is possible that Malicious and Masterpiece were a mistake. But for what it's worth, this is the evil side of the bracket that has very few competent decks. Like, I don't seriously think either of these decks are going to be able to beat anything that knows what it's doing. And speaking of decks that know what they're doing, we're going to start with the Bird Up versus VW match. This is Rin PG333 versus Gaia76. Chat seems to think that Bird Up is going to make this happen. I don't know upon what. So let's head over to the dueling screen and see if they are right. All right, we're going to begin with a copy of Pot of Disparity, finding off the top. Okay, all right. An emergency teleport. Looks like the Virtual World player has won the die roll. They're going to begin with a copy of Chuche and then activate Lulu, targeting Chuche, sending the Reborn to the graveyard, and activate ZC's, targeting the Lulu. They're going to go for a Juju and then activate Lao Lao's effect, sending Chuche. They'll then go into a Shen Shen, activate E-Telly, summon a copy of Nian Yan, and activate Chuche to put that sucker to 3. That way they end on Gossip Shadow plus Shen Shen plus Lulu for next turn. Pretty respectable start. Next, we've got Forbidden Droplet. So, you know. Have fun with that. Ooh, and a called by for the Ash, too. Gets better. All right, can Rin establish a winning board state right here? That's basically what they've got to do to win from here. Nerval effect. They're going to get a copy of Saros to hand. They're going to normal summon the Saros. Does not happen often, but every time it does, it's a hoot. They're going to go for Rugal and Shrike. They'll trigger the effect of Shrike and the effect of Rugal to decrease the effect, or the attack of everything, and basically just pass on Shrike. Okay, that's not actually a winning board state. They might be able to lose this. They'll activate Chuche to begin with to get a copy of Lao Lao to hand, sending the Reborn. They'll activate Lao Lao, targeting the Chuche, and sending a Nian Yan so they can get a ZC from graveyard. This triggers in Yan Yan after the ZC is reborn, and they'll make a Stardust Charge Warrior. From here, they can draw a card, and we'll go ahead and put one of those face-down cards back in. We'll go for a copy of Lulu, and then get a copy of Chuche to hand before making Vermilion Dragon Mech, and using Vermilion Dragon Mech to pop the Shrike. Upon activation of the Shrike, oh no, we'll activate Ash and forget that Called by the Grave is on. Oh, fool. All right, pass back to Rin, and they've actually got a pretty big open here. Foolish Burial sending a copy of Cobalt to the graveyard means the Turquoise Warbler will be able to summon it back and trigger the effect of Cobalt Sparrow, getting a copy of Nerval to hand. From here, we'll overlay for a copy of Assembled Nightingale and proceed to the battle phase, walking in for 400 twice, and then in main phase 2, of course, we can make Downerd and Zeus, or just Zeus if you prefer. We'll go for the Zeus because we know the set card is Chuche, and they will chain... They'll chain... Whoa, they'll chain Chuche targeting their own card. When Vermilion Dragon Mech is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you get to add a card from your banished back, and they get the Lao Lao. That's so crazy. All right, well, they do get to end on Simorg into Miss Valley Apex Avian, so this is still a pretty big setup. All right, Qinglong effect, we're going to get a Lulu and send a copy of Lao Lao to the graveyard, going for the Reborn, and down comes the Bird, and down comes the Gamma, and down comes the Ash Blossom. Oh my god, and... there goes the game. Wow. Simorg to the graveyard, but anything will end this. We even get to get the Zeus again. Drawing for turn, and a normal summon does it. Saros is good enough, and Gia will surrender. That was... whoa, that was so good. Oh, that was so good. All right, on to game 2. Okay, so for game 2, I imagine the Virtual World player is going first again, and yup, here's the Pot of Disparity. We'll go for the Pot of Disparity and find off the top. God, the Kaloon. Oh, getting the Lao Lao instead. I guess we already opened the Kaloon. Kaloon for a Chuche, and then Lulu targeting the Chuche. This is as good as it gets. We'll go ahead for a copy of ZC, and then we'll activate ZC's effect, and then we'll activate the effect of the Nian Yan in graveyard later in the turn after we Lao Lao targeting our Juju. We're going to send a Chuche to the graveyard, and then trigger the effect of Nian Yan. We're going to go into a Shen Shen, activate the effect of Nian Yan, putting one of these banished ED monsters back. Chuche effect sending a Kaloon. Lily effect sending a Chuche and a 2/2, and ending on Beatrice, in fact, using Beatrice's effect and walking into an infinite impermanence. That's odd. Why would you infip Beatrice now? Seems like you would do it on your turn. Ah, I see. Okay, you drew 2 infip. All right. We'll go for Pankratops, activate Pankratops targeting the Chuche. We'll activate Fraktar's effect. Oh, and a huge misfire. Didn't expect the Nail Shadol Aerial, did ya? It's just as good as Lancia, banishing the entire graveyard here, and then Saras into Lancia as well. Holy shit, they had everything. Whoa, they had everything. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, Jesus. All right, so it's time for that all-important Game 3. Will Rin be able to do it? They're on the play this time. Warbler into... Oh, no. Okay, gonna go for Recital Starling for Sapphire Swallow. We'll activate Sapphire Swallow. They have to have a Nerval or they're dead. Okay, Nerval's something. Let's go for Flaget. We'll trigger Flaget's effect to summon a DD Crow. Nerval's effect for 2 in order to get another Flaget. No, a Conductor. So we can make an Appaloosa and trigger the effect of both Flaget and Nerval. We'll go ahead and get a Saros to hand. We've got to have another one. Kit is fine. We'll activate Kit's effect for 3. We're gonna summon a Simorg and go into a Linkaribo, go into an Almirage Kit effect in order to send a Fractar and end phase, trigger the effect of Simorg, and it gets ashed only to eat an Appaloosa. This is pretty good. Okay. Can VW out this? They'll begin with a Pankratops. Oh my god, Pankratops outs the whole board. Okay, we're going to link Haribo the ZC. Pankratops outs the Appaloosa. They'll target the... Oh my god, they'll activate the Dalmirage, targeting the Miss Valley Apex Avian so it lives. They're going to go for the Lalo. Miss Valley Apex Avian negates. It's got to be one additional name in hand, and they don't have it. Bird up. Bird up. Bird up. Holy shit. Bird up in finals, baby. You're watching Bird up, the worst deck in finals. Let's go. Why would you ever bet against Bird up? Silly. Silly. All right. Next one is Dark Warrior versus True Draco. This one's not hard. Pretty sure Shinobird was the worst deck. Okay, well... Your words, not mine. No faith in Dark Warrior. Holy shit. Oh, never mind. Dr. Hugh just voted with 100,000 channel points. Good luck. Good luck. All right, ready? All right, time for our other best of 3 match. True Draco versus Dark Warrior. Sir Emanon versus Maverick CXX. Let's see how it's going to go, baby. All right, we're going to begin with a copy of Pot of Desires. Looks like True Draco has won the die roll. We're going to go for a Terraforming. That's going to add a Dragonic Diagram to hand. We'll fire off the Dragonic Diagram, setting a copy of True Draco Apocalypse to graveyard. Set 2 and pass. That's the True Draco I know. We'll go for a Hero Lives here. We're going to activate a Hero Lives to get a copy of Stratos. We'll trigger the effect of Stratos. Stratos is going to add from deck to hand a copy of Vion. Afterwards, you can normal summon the copy of Vion to send a copy of Malicious to the graveyard. Next, we'll trigger the effect of Malicious, summoning it from deck, and then summoning a copy of Isold as well. True Draco Apocalypse coming out, Tribute Summoning, and Stormforth. Even worse, that means we'll be able to go into a Masterpiece with our opponent's monster and won't be able to trigger the effect of the Isold. We'll be able to pop the Vion as well. We can go for the Malicious. We need one more extender, and Instant Fusion is a good one. Erupt! Erupt is the set card. Okay, well, Olivier is good enough. We'll go into Charles, and Charles is a big boy. Unfortunately, he does get popped by Masterpiece. We'll set 1 card and pass turn. Sebto, thank you for the host. Draco Phoenix fires. We're going to Tribute Summon 1. Dynamite Knight fires. We're going to target that set card, and we'll proceed to the battle phase. Yeah, this is, that's it for Sir Emanon. I may have made an egregious error here. Time for game 2. Well, this time, Sir Emanon gets to start. Okay, we're going to start with the Rhoda for Noble Knights, followed up with Torrent Scale, and followed up with Ancient Cloak. That's going to add a Silent Boots to hand. We'll summon the Silent Boots and make an Isold. We'll go for Isold's effect. Isold is going to add a Gearfried. Afterwards, we're going to fire off Isold for 4. That's going to summon from deck a copy of Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight will proc in order to send a Plague Spreader Zombie, and so will the Silent Boots to get a copy of Shade Brigandine. We'll tier scale here because a monster was banished, so we can go to Appaloosa, and now that we're protected, we'll go for Shade Brigandine and activate Plague Spreader Zombie's effect as well. We'll make a Halka Fibrax and then activate Halka Fibrax's effect for a 0/0/1, and from here we can go into an Auroradon, activate Auroradon's effect for 3, and summon the 0/0/1 from the graveyard. After that, we can Synchro Summon, I imagine, a copy of Herald. I don't really know what the play is right here. No, just make a Power Tool once again. At some point, I'll actually figure it out. We'll activate the effect of Auroradon, sending both the Power Tool and itself to the graveyard for Colt Wing, and then triggering Colt Wing's effect for 2 tokens, which will trigger the 0/0/1 of the graveyard once again. From here, we can use the token and the 0/0/1 to make a Herald, and get that copy of Phoenix Blade back to hand before DDRing the Phoenix Blade to the graveyard in order to get a Plague Spreader Zombie and make a Roland. Afterwards, we'll activate Roland's effect and activate Plague Spreader's effect, summoning it from the graveyard to make a Charles. Finally, we're going to make a Borreload Savage in defense position, playing around as best we can some really powerful equalizers. We'll go for Charles' effect at end step and equip 2 cards before passing back to our opponent. Let's see what they got! You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me! Oh. This isn't even anything I did! You can play this in normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, Jesus. Alright. Double Into the Void, Card of Demise. This must be nice. Pot of Duality afterwards. We're going to get Desires. We'll fire off the Desires. Just draw the whole fucking deck. Who cares? Go to the battle phase. Walk over the Herald main phase 2. Set 2. Go to end phase. Pop 2. A mono back to hand. And here we go. Oh! Never mind. Never mind, buddy. Never mind. Ceremonon is the greatest player who ever lived. Ceremonon is simply just draw Harpy's Feather Duster. Just draw Harpy's Feather Duster. Come on, chat. What are you, stupid? Oh my god. So we get to negate one of these with Savage Dragon, which is nice, but realistically, this is the end of the game. We'll activate the effect of Durandal. We'll get a copy of Rain out to hand. Afterwards, we'll go into a Roland. We'll equip the Roland to the Charles, which will allow us to pop the Masterpiece. Bad card! And we'll make a Gearfried. And that is the end of Game 2. He did it! He did it! Alright, Game 3. Okay, so True Draker goes first. Gonna go for a Ignis Heat Pass. We've got to be able to beat this. Durandal effect. Red layer. Go for red layer. Normal Armageddonite. Trigger. Ignis Heat. Trigger. The Monarchs Erupt. Forbidden Droplet. Let's go. Okay. We do get to walk over the Ignis too. But that's it. Oh, we just needed one turn to get the Monarchs Erupt off the field. Masterpiece Monarchs Erupt cannot possibly be enough to win here. Masterpiece Monarchs Erupt cannot possibly be enough to win here. Duality off the top. Holy shit-a-moly. Oh my god. You've got to be fucking with me. Oh no. Instant Fusion. Theseus. Connector. Charles. Battle Phase. Draco Slaying King. Zombie to block. And Desires. Why wouldn't it be Desires? Completely unnecessary, but why wouldn't it be Desires? I may have fucked this one up. This, that did not go so hot. It wasn't even like Masterpiece. It was like Erupt, but it also was Masterpiece. Okay. All right. Time for the finals, I suppose. Time for the finals. Okay. So, Chad, it's time for the finals, and, how am I gonna spin this? It wasn't actually Masterpiece. It was the Monarchs Erupt. It was Mystic Mine. It was a Mono Iwata. We have to ban those cards. It doesn't matter that the deck has 3 Masterpiece. They're not even playing 3. They're playing 2. It's not that good. Come on. Our finals, unfortunately, are Rin PG333 on Bird Up and Maverick CXX on True Draco. Yeah, you know, I wish best of luck to both the competitors. True Draco has won the die roll. They're going to begin with Pot of Desires, and holy shit, set 4, that's an FTK. All right, Fire Formation Tanky coming down first for a Fractar. They're going to activate the Fractar effect, sending the Fractar to the graveyard, followed by the Nerval. They'll trigger the effective Nerval for a Kit. Next, they're going to normal summon the Kit, one of those hands, and then go Apocalypse into Stormforth. Jesus Christ. We'll tribute summon a copy of Ignis Heat and activate the effective Kit. We'll trigger the effective Saros to summon itself, then activate Saros' effect. Why are they not Ignising? They're going to Ignis now and eat the Forbidden Droplet and eat the Monarch's fucking Erupt. Oh my god. All right, we'll pass turn. We just need one turn. One turn without a tribute summon to monster. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Hey, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? You know, why not? Why not? Let's go to game 2. Oh, and Rin is making the True Draco player go first. And Droll and Lockbird. Just draw Droll. Just draw Droll, chat. It's easy as that. Easy as that. Just draw Droll, you idiots. All right, we'll find 6 off the top. All right, there goes Fractar. Next, we're going to activate the effect of Foolish Burial. That's going to send to graveyard a Cobalt Sparrow. I suppose we have Cobalt Sparrow plus Warbler. We'll get a copy of Nerval to hand, and then we'll activate Recital Starling using its effect to get a DD Crow. We'll activate the effect of the Sapphire Swallow in hand to summon the Nerval and itself. Then we will link summon a Flaget, triggering Nerval to go into a Shrike super early to banish that set card. We'll activate the Flaget's effect for a DD Crow and make a Simorg, then activate Nerval's effect for a Kit. We'll normal summon the Kit we hadn't normaled, and then go 3 for a Havarsreg. That is the end of game 2. Shit, no, it's not. I forgot about how Pot of Pot of the new pot works. Okay, well, end step, we're going to go Saros for 3. That's going to get a Lugal. We'll go into Appaloosa for 2, and at end step, trigger Simorg to get a copy of Apex Avian. All right. Down comes Ignis Heat. We'll use Return to pop the Avian. We'll trigger Avian with the return. We'll Appaloosa the Ignis activation, so it doesn't get anything. That's pretty good. Afterwards, we'll activate Rugal in order to bring back the Saros, then Shrike to banish the Ignis. They'll Draconic Diagram afterwards, popping the set card. It is a spell trap. Afterwards, they'll activate Heritage. That's 2 draws, I believe. Okay, here's Pot of Duality. Not liking where this is going. Skill Drain. Sweet. And Masterpiece. They will take Masterpiece. Heritage Tribute Summon. Down comes Masterpiece. True Draco Apocalypse. Pop the Rugal effect, and go to the battle phase to walk over the Appaloosa. They will pop the Saros in main phase 2 and pass turn. Simorg triggers to bring out the Apex Avian once again, and I think actually they don't have it. They're going to normal summon the Kinkabayo. They'll trigger the Masterpiece and the Monarchs Erupt, which fiends the... Wow, the Apex Avian. The absolute weight on that sucker. And thankfully, Rin has got it to game 3. Rin's got it to game 3. We just need to see one game without Erupt. One game without Erupt. Let's go. Last game. Please, don't make me look like an idiot, Rin. Okay, so it looks like Mav has forced Rin to go first. So we're going to get Cobalt Sparrow back. We're going to get Nerval to hand. We're going to go for Recital Starling. We'll trigger Recital in order to get a... Oh, God, a Sapphire Swallow. This is full combo. From here, we can go into Flaget. We'll trigger Nerval's effect for 4. Oh, smart. Going to Shrike, then Disparity, recognizing that there's no reason to make the normal Appaloosa board because those cards suck in this matchup. Instead, we're going to get a Saros, and I imagine go for a Lugal Shrike end board with a Kit in the graveyard. Okay, so if we banish here 3, we get Lugal, we go to end phase, we go Simorg, we have a banish, we have a negate. It should be enough. Okay, Desires is a good start. Chicken Game. Okay, we'll draw an extra card. We'll go for True Draco Phoenix. Trigger that. Rugal triggers. Stormforth triggers. Apex Avian triggers. Okay, so now that that's back, we can use the effect of Shrike to banish Dynamite Knight, but unfortunately Dynamite Knight will trigger. Oh, Card of Demise. Oh, Heritage. Oh, no. Go to battle phase. Walk over that. Okay, wait. This is a very winnable position for Rin. A very winnable position. We're going to tribute summon the Apex Avian. Monarchs Erupt. This is why we tribute summon to the Apex Avian. Okay, Erupt is down. We'll trigger the effect of Fractar. That triggers the Draco Fighter. No big deal. No big deal. We can send a copy of Nerval. We'll activate Nerval's effect, get a copy of Saros. We'll activate Saros' effect, pitching Kinkabio, and triggering the effect of Shrike for another... How many? How many do you have? How many do you have? Chicken Game effect. Terraforming. Draconic Diagram. This can't be how it ends. Oh, 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 I can't have been this wrong. Oh, man. Oh, my God. And True Draco playing 2 copies of Masterpiece wins the whole thing. Oh, boy. Oh. You know, I don't even know if I can say it was Masterpiece's fault. I don't even know if I could say that was Masterpiece's fault. It's just a critical mass of floodgates, draw spells. Yeah, we can't do this shit. Oh no, we absolutely cannot unban some of these cards. Holy guacamole. Oh my God. Well, chat, thank you for coming on this adventure with me. I would say that if I learned anything from this adventure, it's that, like Icarus, you have to be a little careful. You can't fly too close to the sun. And I very, very clearly have done that. Yeah. Okay. Well, if there's one takeaway from here, it's the Drytron sucks, and it is the worst deck in the history of time. So, real quick. Heading back to the list of unlimited cards.
No, my aura fails.
Rin, thank you for the $1. I will say if I had played around Erupt instead of Masterpiece, I would have won that game. Skill Drain is a hell of a card. That's the trick with Masterpiece. That is the Joker's trick with Masterpiece. Everyone thinks that Masterpiece is the problem card. But you get to Masterpiece after you've already drawn a million. So of the cards we have here, I would say that I am not comfortable bringing this asshole back. The last thing that deck needs is a win con. I actually kind of liked Pankratops at 3, but I could see why people wouldn't. Dynamite Knight. Maybe that was the problem card. No. We probably can't bring Malicious off. I don't think we really got to see a good... I don't think we really got to see a good show off of Sky Blaster. But I am willing to take that off for spec. Instant Fusion was pretty bad all tournament, I think. It was a nice extender. Yeah, we can take Instant Fusion off. One Day of Peace was way better than I expected. Into the Void was way better than I expected. I liked what Called by the Grave did for the format, but, you know, feel free to disagree. And I think everything else was mostly fine. Miserable. Ugh. Well, we learned a lot here today, chat. But mostly we learned that I am fallible. Once every 4 years, I will permit myself exactly one bad take. And today, the bad take is that Masterpiece could come off. You got me, chat. You really got me. Oh, let's watch this. Oh, I don't know if I can watch this. It has DMCA in it. Well, let's find it out. To summon this card, so much so that when he was at 3, Draco players would routinely play 2. Regardless, do you seriously think anyone's gonna lose to True Draco in 2021? This was a bit of a C memento, for sure. This was a bit of a C memento. Well, congratulations to Maverick CXX. May all of your pulls from the BLVO thing turn to ash in your mouth.
No, my orifice.
Okay, let's do subs. Huddleston, thank you for the subscription. Ooh, 3 months in advance. Sir Eminon, thank you for the $1 donation. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Gemini God, thank you for 100. Is only game, why you have to be mad? Mao the Great, thank you for the 510 bits. You fool, you've messed with the natural order. Rin, thank you for the $1. I will say if I had played around Erupt, I would have won that game. The Gentle Ben 97, thank you for the 100 bits. Link to this video. Boomsta 22, thank you for the 100 bits. You tried. The Gemini got 100 bits. So why was Masterpiece okay to be released at the end of 2020 but not the beginning of 2021? And Rampaging Goose and XR Merrick, thank you for the subscription. There was only one of them.
No, my orifice.
Emperor Stove, thank you for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Damn. And you know what time it is, chat? It's time for an ad, baby. I know you all love ads. We're going to run a quick ad. If you don't want to see these ads, you can always subscribe to me at twitch.tv/MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Or by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and then using your free Prime sub on this channel. Remember, I am a Twitch partner and do make more money than affiliate channels do, so you are wasting money by not using your Prime sub on me.
No, my orifice.
Ooh, and to everyone who already is subscribed, you get to see some hot water drinking action.
No, my orifice.
Oh. Bum 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 ba da ba da ba da 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 bum. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Whew. Painful. Cree456, thank you for the subscription. And remember, if you didn't get any of the subscriptions that were just gifted, you gotta type dodged. You gotta do it. You simply must. It is the law. Well, now what? That was all I had planned for today. I kind of thought it would take longer.
No, my
Pandemonium, thank you for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Enlightened Sloth, Bakaretsu-sama, Rytron, Claytrons, and Lucas BRB. Thank you for the subscriptions. Reading series? We don't have anything to read. Actually play the game?
No, my orifice.
Among Us. Oh, good idea. Okay, so here. All right, I'll leave a 1 minute thing up. We can play Battlegrounds. We can play Duel Links. Or we can play actual TCG. We'll just jump on Dueling Book or something. New cards? Oh, we haven't looked at the new cards yet either. Let me end this and we'll do the new cards one too.
No, my orifice.
Can't Duel Links, there's maintenance. Well, don't vote Duel Links. Don't vote Duel Links. There really do be maintenance. Damn.
No,
So for
my
punishment, I'll do
orifice.
a War Rock TMT. Ooh. Win, thank you for the $1. No one packed anything inside for control outside of 3 cards in most sides. My side was the most equipped, and I had Lightning Storm, Droll, Prosperity. Yeah, that's enough, probably. Ugh. Ugh. Whew. Looks like it's TCG. Sorry. Yu-Gi-Oh! Won and we dropped 300 viewers. Yeah, people came to see this. They didn't come to see Yu-Gi-Oh! Literally every time I play Yu-Gi-Oh! We lose viewers. People hate Yu-Gi-Oh! They don't want to see it. I can agree with that. We'll do a mini reading series. Let's see what chat is up to. Thick Thighs. Code Talkers got 2nd place in a YCS before Heat Soul. Bouncy Titties. God, I love this. Time to bounce. Bye-bye. I swear I am the smartest motherfucker alive. Bunch of people with anime avatars. Soul Eater rewatch tomorrow. Dueling Book. I'm setting a face down. I am All Might, master of the 4 elements. I declare on the Grade 4 Ninja Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament of the Year goes and match. God,
No, my orifice.
they're just so funny. They're just so funny here. Shotgun Squirtle, thank you for the Prime subscription. But they stick around to see other people play? Yeah, I mean... The end result of my channel is I'm going to quit playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever, and we're just gonna... I don't know. We're gonna laugh at PragerU videos. That's gonna be my my entire purpose. Please ash this. I'm begging you to ash this. I'm begging you to ash this, Jack. No, prankster. I am begging you to ash this. All right.
No, my orifice.
Gamoa, thank you for the 1 gifted sub. I thought the end result of your channel is you quit and become a public defender. If I do public defense, I would still stream. I think streaming is still fun. Not even he wants to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Can you blame them? I'm just here for the parasocial. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Wow, they're really thinking about it. They're really thinking about it. If you're a PD, you have to make money somehow. Yeah. You guys actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! Here? I thought that was a joke. This is evidence you should switch to Battlegrounds. I would love to play some fucking Battlegrounds, but I think less people want to see Battlegrounds than want to see Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's saying something. All right, great duel, everybody. Fantastic duel. Let's try again. This time for sure. Gabe's there. Is Gabe's there? Check the deck. I can't. It's got spoilers for SEMO if I go into my history. Spoilers for history. If I go into my history. This hand is so good. Holy shit, this hand is so good. Oh my god. Prosperity, Ecclesia, Golgonda, Springan's Hand Trap. It's better than... It's the best possible hand we could pull. Off to a good start. Off to a good start here. I think we got this. No, I don't think so, Isha. What about Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds? Now you're talking. Better draw on a droplet? I'll be fine. Oh, shit. Do we ash this? That's so bad. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, we don't have an option. Did they pitch for King Long? Oh my. Okay, yes. Okay, so we've got no tuner yet. Chat and MBT, do people like this format? I like it a lot. I think it's great. Some people don't. Sending Qinglong and Chuche. Sure. This format is ass, says the Don Juan. You trying to get him to ban Lancia? I don't think that's going to work. Oh, I see someone is actually using the Springans emote. That was a last second emote while we wait for the new one. It doesn't really look like anything at that size. It's too small. It's like fish moly sized. I'm new to deck, sorry. No problem. I don't think you can do anything with it. That's from the art book. That's what Springans look like. They look like little fuckers. It look like a duty. Oh. Making lentil soup. You want some? Nah, I just had soup. They're really thinking. All right, let's go. Oh, perfect rip. So we gold Golgonda first, right? Probably pot first. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I like all these, but punishment is the best. All right, we'll activate Gold Golgonda. Declare its effect, sending Branga. We're going to summon X Blower. It doesn't matter. We'll get him out of there eventually. Gonna go for the blower here. We'll pop Lily. Doing? You gotta read the cards. We will declare Ecclesia. Special this bad boy. Gonna grab shit. We can't get Maximus here. We have to get Fleur-de-Lis. Alright, whatever. We'll go to combat. We'll attack here. I think we've got this. So it's going to be 800 total. So 800 plus 750. So 1550. It's plus 1000 for the first, but all of it is halved because of prosperity. So 1550 total. Difficult. I maybe could have Sargist main phase 1, but I don't want to like lose to evenly or some stupid shit. Sure. Second main, we're going to set this. Go for Sargus. And we will pass turn. This is pretty good. I'm liking the way this is going so far. Okay. So they've got Xinglong in graveyard. They've got Zhanwu in graveyard. Both of these are powerful ass cards, but they require them to send cards out of the hand. Ah. I see. Well, you know, there it is. Playable. All right, what are we boarding against this? It is not playable. Lancia is pretty good. Forbidden Droplet's fine. Is it worth boarding into Droll and Lockbird? Probably not, right? Kind of like Cosmic. We can lose the, no, I really do like most of this shit. We can lose the Torrentials. And we can lose, like... a Peter... a Punishment... Could lose Schism. Cut a Prosperity. Oh, the Foolish is really bad. Why am I even playing Foolish? Foolish sucks. Alright, this is decent. We can maybe do this. Change title? Why? Kaloon, we will Ash. But the title. We gotta find a Springan, but that seems pretty doable. Oh no. We're gonna have to fight about this. Chad, can you Ash Kaloon? Quick, answer. Can you Ash Kaloon? Gamma. Do I fight over this? Yeah, we're going to fight over this. All right, we just got to hope that they don't have two names. So the answer was no. The answer was no. Oh. C'est la vie, mon ami. I don't know what I could have done differently. You know, it is still the deck that it is. Why are you so low rated on Dueling Book? I literally only play Dueling Book on stream. I hate playing Dueling Book casually. It's just so very boring. Just play through VFD Forehead? I intend to. Why are you playing DB and not a cool game like BG? That's a good point. All right, ZC time. Targeting Qinglong. Okay. Sending Nyan Nyan. It's Lao Lao in hand. It's Lili. This is a rough open for me, for sure. A rough open. This sucks because I feel like if I had negated correctly, we would have won this game. I guess we would still have to play through Chuche, which is hard for this deck. Okay. A little confused by that. All right. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. All right. Cute. The reverse Lao Lao. Well, we were never winning against this. It's too based. So they're going to get... Lulu back and then Nyan Nyan. That's enough. Nest sheet incoming. Who's got the nest sheet? MBT, can I sleep through this one? I give you permission to sleep through this one. I always give people permission to sleep through fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! I would never demand you watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh? We're like Poo-Gi-Oh! We're like Doo-Gi-Oh! Because it's doo-doo. Alright, so we have one non-tuner. Let's see where they go from here. Get out the sheet. Shen Shen. Cloud Castle. Because we already have the Vermilion Dragon Mech. Damn, I don't know shit about shit. I don't know dick about anything. Okay. There is VFD. This is a classic reverse Lala. What are they doing with the rest of these bad boys? Just making the friend. The Gossip Shadow. Yep. Fortune Tune. Gossip Shadow. Yeah. Okay, so we have to play through 18 negates here. Well, it do be true king of all calamities. Draw Gamma. Buddy? I'm not on 2 driver. What do they call here? Light? Light seems pretty good. They're thinking. They're thinking. This was a good rip, regardless. Fire, sure. We're gonna go for a 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wow. These are all pretty good. Oh, these are all pretty good. Oh, boy. It's got to be Nadir, right? It actually, I think, is Sargus. Nadir, if we send in Tiss off Nadir, it actually doesn't do what we want, right? I can't pass up Nadir. God, Watch would have been good, too. These were all good choices. Wow. Oh, hold up. I guess we have to get this. We want to pop Calamities. think. It's a little crusty because I can't resolve Gold Golgonda this turn. I did it in the wrong order. That's so stupid. That's such a silly little interaction. I think I have to not die here pretty clearly. So this is kind of crusty. I think I'm going to set Ecclesia. Yeah, that's the only way we live, I think. Oh, gross. Ugh. If we had done this in the opposite direction, we would be fine. But also, we might not be fine. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, we would have access to Gold Man. We would have access to the Xyz and Gold Golgonda, which blanks an attack. But also, like, if they wipe the board, which they are going to do this turn, absolutely, then we just die. We have no follow-up. So we couldn't Golgonda this turn because I activated Nadir's Servant too early. That was a big mistake. Okay, Lulu. Okay. But even so, you know, I think there's an argument that it wasn't good to fire this turn. Like, putting Golgonda in a position where it can be destroyed before we can activate the effect of a X-Blower is kind of ass. Wow. Okay. Well, don't tell him. All right, Lao effect. When is tournament vid going up? Tomorrow. I do keep up with Magic, but not a ton. I sort of keep up with it. We don't have a Nyan Nyan because it's under the fucking Gossip Shadow. 10-minute testing tomorrow as well. No, I'm moving TMTs to Sunday. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Oh. No way he's on 2 of it. Shen? Croc. To draw 1. That's fine. They can make another VFD if they Chuche here. That is penis butt. That's so bad. Sorry, I wasn't talking about Cloud. I was talking about Vermilion. Oh, I love this deck. It is simply so fun. It's 2 Cloud, 2 VFD usually, right? All right, what are we making? Shen? Anytime you're ready. Okay. We did it. We did it, Reddit. We fucking did it. Ooh. It's me, Marshmallow. Oh. Well, it do be that way. We gotta be VFD Zeus. We can do that. That's easy. Jesus Christ. Ah, we banished our second Entis too. Fuck. Wow, we're so toast. We're so fucking dead. He's not out of the Ecclesia yet. That's pretty good. See if they call dark this time. Fire again. Okay, we're gonna go for Golconda. Okay, they say. Ah. Let's go for Nadir. So we might be able to do this. If we send Op Cologne here and get Schism. Yes. The field summon the Xyz. Yes. Okay. Nadir Servant. No, we have to get Titanclad. Fuck. Oh, it's so bad. Shouldn't the zones be switched? Sure. I'm out of Tisses, yeah. We're gonna get Fleur-de-Lis to hand. I'm gonna go to... Can't even go to battle. Isn't he negated? Oh, yes. Oh. Also negated? No. Titaniclad's still dark, right? Still in turn, no. Yeah, but he's still dark, right? This is a weird one. Okay, go for it. Can do reverse Lao, but can't read his cards. Ah, come on. We've all made this mistake. Yeah, Peter's fine. I didn't get to do Peter. Angle and the shooting thereof, yeah. Okay, VFD calling light. Thinking. Sure. Well, if he does it in standby, there's nothing I can do about it. What do we still have in here? Oh, thank God we have another X-Blower. That rocks. Are we gonna outlast... Oh, E-Telly. Okay, I'm like, are we seriously gonna outlast fucking 2 VFDs? GG in defense. Lulu. Okay. There can't be that many left. There are. Yeah, I'm a little confused too, chat. Juju. GG is not psychic. You're right. I'm gonna let it go. It's just I'm in pain, I would say. We've been in this game for 33 minutes. Keep your head up, King. Yeah. It's gonna be over soon. That's true. Why are they like scratching their head about this? I don't know what we could draw that would do it. It would have to be another Spring Ends. It would have to be like pretty much exactly... I summoned GG from E-Telly. Ah. Yeah, here we go. I'll summon Yan instead. Okay. Losing my mind. Oh, I actually don't have. Okay. You don't have any targets? All right. Oh, sure. What is that? What are they doing? Okay. Joao Janwu. Yep. Pitching Ash. Sure. Okay, now we go into this. Yeah, okay. Oh god, this is pain. Real pain. True pain. Main 2. Yeah, please no. Okay, that's... What? It's the first line of Gold Golgonda. It's the first line. Attack with calamities instead, sure. Oh. Alright, we are down to 600 life points. Okay, we know the set card is, Chuche. Blaze, just pass. That's a Springens. That is a Springens. We can do it. They're thinking about popping it. Chuche. Okay. Go for Ecclesia. Okay. Go for Ecclesia. What do we have in here? Not a lot. They say Okay. Gonna grab... Punishment. Gonna go Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis. They say, They kind of have to Zeus here if they want to. They're gonna Zeus. Okay. And then we will summon this card. Banish for Maximus. Maximus effect. We're going to send App Cologne. Wait, we're going to send... Oh, shit. We can't do this the way I want. Op Cologne Splint. Fuck. We actually have to lose the punishment here. That's fine. Waiting for them to pick. Fortune Tune. Charge Warrior. Op Cologne. Give me the bone. Goodbye. Battle phase. Declare. Trade these guys in. It's 2K. Second main, we'll set this. End phase, Splend. I'm gonna grab Rocky. We're gonna grab back Peter. We're getting there. We are fucking getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. Okay, they can't have much left. They can't have much left. We could schism our way into anything. Oh my god. I maybe should have summoned this guy in defense, but I don't know what that even does. King Long? Sure. That's a dead draw. Shen in graveyard. Damn it. Oh, we're still gonna lose this. Fuck, we don't have anything for the Shen. Piss. Alright, we're dead. God, if I had any more life points. I can't believe we have to go to game 3. We should have summoned Max in defense, I suppose. That was stupid. Schism him away. Oh, we could have. Oh, we could have. Alright, we're going first. We'll be fine. We're just gonna board into a lot of bullshit. Fine. Good enough. Oh, it was actually not good enough at all. This is going to be a rough one. This is going to be a rough one. Okay. Oh, Golgonde's in a Spriggans card. Oh, fuck, you're right. Oh, God. That was miserable. Awful. All right. Thank you all for coming by today. I had a great time. If you would like to follow me wherever I roam, I have a YouTube down there that I spend much more time on than this. We'll get a VOD of today's stuff up today. I have a Twitter where I make funny Yu-Gi-Oh! Ha-has, and I have a Twitch where you're already on, as well as a Discord where we all get together and plan stuff like this. Otherwise, I will see you on Wednesday at the normal time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.